Okay, now I got it. There we go. Hi guys, so the reason I'm even on YouTube is because a bunch of people in Discord were like, yeah, I'd watch your stream if it was on YouTube, but not on Twitch. And I'm like, okay, well, fine. What I'm playing right now isn't very historical, but whatever, that's fine. We're gonna play some zoo animal tycoon, and hold on. Go. Okay. And now I would just need to open the game. There we go. Okay, we're good. I get back to what I was doing. Now, I did start this new zoo last night, so there's a few things set up in it already, but it's not, like, I think I got, like, 3 enclosures, 3 big enclosures, and then 4 little ones. And Ferret Lord, I recognize, I see you, that you really want red pandas. Well, I got news for you. One of the animals I already put into this park are red pandas. So that is the first thing I will show you as soon as the game loads. Which, obviously, right now, it is taking its sweet time. So we got our Timberwolves, they're down here. Hello. Anyway, Ferret Lord would like... Where are you guys? There you are. Hi. We got some... Hello. Got a red panda. He's come. Oh Lord, he coming. Oh Lord, he... Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. He not coming no more. There you go. And I also have some penguins over here, which are just chilling, as you can see. Very chill. What? Don't start. Alright. So, looks like we got a couple challenges. Souvenir profits. I already added some souvenir booths, so that should release to the wild. Well, we'll get to that eventually. That's all we got. And then zoo is low on cash. I'm aware of the cash flow in the issue. Okay, believe me. But right now we're on the upslope actually, which is good. Thank you. You don't have to rush me, game. You don't have to alert me every time. I assure you, I know if I'm running out of money. Okay, I am very... Dismiss all alerts. Not all alerts. I don't want to do that. Ugh. Well, maybe it'll dismiss them. Ooh. About to have a baby red panda. Hello. Alright, so looking at where we're at. Long lines. We just had a baby red panda. Ooh, another armored train video. That'd be nice to do sometime. That'd be an interesting idea. Believe me, I got a lot. If anything, right now I have too many options where everyone's like, do this, do that, do that. They're like, oh god, now I gotta narrow it down. For the moment. No real reason not to do that. Okay, so now I got plenty of path to work with. Man, those wolves are really vocal. Goodness. Okay. Now, where were we? Okay. I guess we'll start a new enclosure. I'm not sure we'll have the money to get an animal for it, but we're gonna need it anyway. So, might as well. I'm not even sure what I'm putting in it, so we're just gonna go with what I usually do, which is the one-way glass. I always prefer the one-way glass over pretty much any other option, barring some exceptions. This is what I prefer to do. I just think it looks nice. It makes the most sense. It bothers the animals less that they can't see the people. So I don't have to worry about that. Because it'll stress out the animals if they can see all the people staring at it. But with the one-way glass, you have to worry about that. And to be fair, I get stressed out when I see people, so I get that. There are no dinosaurs in this particular game, but Frontier, the developer, also did Jurassic World Evolution and Evolution 2. So you can play those and get a similar experience. But they did not add dinosaur DLC to this particular game. It's just animals. Like real-life animals. You know, well, I mean, dinosaurs were real life, but animals that currently physically exist on the planet. Let's go with that. Right, staff, not that wide. Alright, so we still have $3,000, so I can probably get an animal. The question is, what do I want? And the answer is, I have no frickin' idea. We already have red pandas, so we're not looking for them anymore. Filters. Yes, I know I'm low on cash. Just relax, okay? Could get some hippopotamus, but not here. They probably don't belong here necessarily. Monkey. Oh God, monkey. I mean, I could get a bunch of monkey. That is a viable option. It's something I can totally do. This space doesn't really look monkey to me. It's very large. They don't usually need that much space. I will do monkeys, but not for this particular enclosure, I don't think. Ooh. Finally, there's I can get Arctic wolves. Yeah, sure. Arctic wolves are my favorite. The base game doesn't have foxes. I don't have the North American DLC. I want to say they put foxes in that, but I'm not sure. The problem with getting a lion in this mode is that I need a lot of environment points, and I don't have enough for lions at the moment. I would like to get lions, but it is currently not an option that I can do.
Gonna drive.
Where's my... Okay, well, hold on. Staff. I guess we need another zookeeper. So obviously the one zookeeper... High work... Yeah, that explains it. High workload. Okay,
Get a giraffe.
Don't rush me. Don't rush me on the...
I'm just telling you.
Let's see, call. And I know you are unhappy here, as this enclosure is absolutely not optimized in any way, so let's fix that real quick. We currently have negative money. That's not good. I don't know how that even happened. That was just fine. It's not gonna go. Now all of a sudden it's like, no, you have no money. It's like, oh, okay. That's good. Terrain. Yes. Hmm. They do have a train in this game, actually. I'll probably build one just for you guys. Right now, I gotta get rid of all this long grass. Get out of here. That's too much. It's not enough soil. Okay, our money's going back up, which is good because this is still not optimized for work zones. Work zone at that and that and that. Ta-da. Okay. Pause. Now we actually have money. We can finish this. Okay. So they need a few more things still to be happy, because they are currently not happy at all. Which is totally fair. They don't have a shelter, for one. Got a shelter. That's a good start. We're gonna need some enrichments. This out here. This out here. Have a soccer ball. And this. This. One of these. Alright, that should be good. Yeah?
Do you think I'm...
No. Let's see. Oh, thank you for the donation, Godzilla Boy. Appreciate that. Did I know that British Rail Class 66 will be replaced by 2025 by Class 99s, which is also because I like the Class 66 like how they just flipped the number with that. Class 99, class 66, 69. Nice. Anyway, I don't know anything about the 99s, so it's hard to judge that decision. I know the 66 is fairly old, not like super old, but old enough. So we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully the 99s will be good and, you know, do the work. Theoretically, they should be fine, but you never know. Some nature! This is the wrong place. We need North America. And we need Taiga. This. Ta-da! Should be good there. Oh, it's sad. Yeah, I mean, it does suck. But I think a lot of Class 66s are already in preservation, if memory serves. At least one is. So I don't think you have to worry about them being gone forever. I mean, I'm certain that, you know, there'll be a few kicking around for forever. I mean, they're not an unpopular locomotive. You know, and even the ones that have been bad have seen some degree of preservation. So, you know, sad as it is, I wouldn't worry about them no longer being around, if you know what I mean. Anywho, where was I? Right, we need one of these. Donate. Do you see this donation bin? You yourself can also be a supporter of animals. Definitely animals, not me, but animals. If you hit the donate button in the description of this very video, that's right. It has nothing to do with what's happening here. No. It has to do with. No, I mean it does. It has everything to do with the animals. Yeah. All right. So anyway, we also need. Where are you? There you are. One of these. Is not the button I was looking for, game. No. Damn it. That's what we were looking for. I know, there's no power. Hold on, I can fix that too. 5 successful trains that didn't age well. Well, I do have a new video coming out this week. That's 5 trains that should have been successful that failed. So that'll be something. 5 successful trains that didn't age well. I mean, my only issue with that, not that I don't agree with the way you know with that as a topic. It's more that in my head I'm like, wouldn't that technically be all of them? Like most things just don't age well because, especially with locomotives, like technology changes, things update. So, the notion that, you know, it's like this didn't age well. Like, yeah, duh. It's not really saying anything, I guess, in my head. You know, that's just how I'm looking at it. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just thinking like, yeah, but that encompasses. There's so many options. It's not even 5 trains that successfully ended up underwater. I might have to do that as a joke one day. That'd be pretty funny. But that would encompass like a lot of, you know, videos that I've already done. But maybe it could be like 5 trains that wound up underwater, but then aren't underwater anymore. Like they got recovered, because there's plenty that wound up in the water that were retrieved and repaired. in many cases. So many guests think tickets are underpriced. Again, I was ranting about this last night. I'm going to say it again. Why in this game are guests like, man, I wish I was paying more? Because it's like, no one in the world says that. No one says that. No one's like, I really want to pay more, for anything. Nobody. No one on this planet is like this. But this game feels the need to do that, where it's like, the guests think your tickets are underpriced. And it's like, why would they ever tell me that? Why in the world would they ever say something so obnoxiously dumb? It just doesn't make any sense. Hey there, John C. Let's see, where were we? What are we doing? What am I doing here? We need more chairs. Someone needs to pick that up too. Arcticle's about to have offspring. Need more chairs. Pretty sure everyone here just speaks Sim, as far as I'm concerned. Someone vandalized it? Why? Why would someone break that? What kind of monster would break that for no reason? Like, why are people like this? Even in my game, people are just the worst. Puppy! Arctic wolf puppy! 2 of them! There's puppies! Hello! Pet the puppy, pet the puppy, pet the puppy, pet the puppy. Alright, so, oh, someone wanted monkeys. I remember that now. Alright, so we need some monkeys. We need some monkeys. We will add some monkeys per per the request that I was given. Animal welfare has attracted protesters who... what's wrong with him? Social health. What's going on in here? Why are there... Is there something... Oh. Oh, there's two... There are so many scorpions in there. That would be the problem. Okay, that's, let's get rid of pretty much all of these. Do. Oh my goodness, there are a lot of scorpions in here. Way more than I realized. Okay, the good news is I can sell the scorpions to other zoos because there's just so many. How many scorpions? So many scorpions. Goodbye. Woo! Alright. Dealt with that problem. Top 5 best rebuilds of bad trains? I don't know. I mean, maybe? Oh, fancy. I like how we're talking about April Fools. It's July, you guys. It's gonna be a while before I have to worry about April Fools. I know I kind of skimped on it this year to a certain extent. The video I made wasn't a joke at all. It wasn't meant to be. Of course, everything I make is a joke, as I am a big fat joke.
I thought you were gonna say your life is a joke.
My life is a joke too. Thank you. Appreciate that for reinforcing that. So glad you're here to do that.
Do you want a kiss?
Sure.
You gotta catch it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you want another one?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
If I were in charge of British Rail in the early 1960s, what would you do? Anything but what they actually did. How about that?
I got Reese's Cups too.
When it came to getting diesel, okay, let's say I had to convert all the steam engines to diesels. That's it.
Now I will tell you.
Thank you, Game Shock. Let's say I had to convert everything to diesels. Okay. I would ask the producers of the diesels to submit one prototype each for evaluation before they did anything else. Instead of just throwing money at like a gajillion of them. Because they did that so quickly and so much that it was just, God, it was terrible. But if it had been like, you know, slowly, one at a time, let's take a look at this, let's evaluate this design, evaluate this, evaluate that, you know, and taken a bit, you know, put a bit more thought into what they were doing, it would have been, you know, it wouldn't have been nearly as, I wouldn't have a lot of content to make fun of, let's put it that way. Why won't you straighten out here? Okay, whatever. So, just enclosures for monkeys. So. We need monkeys. Money! Just throw your money into the bins. Give my zoo millions of dollars, which will use to help line my pockets. I mean, help the animals. Yes. Definitely the animals. Don't know why you'd think anything else. Hello, I love bee and trains. One of my favorite parts of streaming is actually saying people's online names out loud because people don't realize how silly they sound sometimes until you actually say it. Not that I think your name is silly. It's fine. It's a wonderful name. Beautiful, in fact. Anyway, where was that? Yes, we'll add... Hungry? Well, why haven't they been fed? Oh, there he is. He's there right now. What the heck? Add monkey. That's not a monkey. That's an aardvark. What the heck? Literally, you guys saw me type that in. Am I losing my mind? Apparently I am. Okay. I'll just take all three. Why not? Mix up the genetic code a little bit. Oh, whoops. Derp. That was my dumb fault. Okay, hold on. I mean, you know, having it in a museum I don't necessarily think is a problem. It's still a part of history, whether it's, you know, bad or not, it's a part of history. No, it's just one of those things. Monkey. Yes. What? What? What do you mean? Huh? I don't know what you're saying. Ow. Why? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Terrible idea. Get out of here.
No.
almost love a block of ice. Alright. Yeah, successfully made the monkeys happy. Let's take a look at the monkeys. I have not looked at the chat in a hot minute. Hold on a second. Let's see here. That's talking about best turbine locomotives. That'd be a really dumb way to dumb list because like pretty much all the turbines were failures. The only one that got really any solid use was Union Pacific's go at it. Every other one, they're just not efficient. Yeah, the oil prices didn't help. Multiple overflowing bins. Multiple overflowing bins. Everything's just falling apart. It's just one of those things. It's fine. Everything's fine. Why is that still doing that? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, we need... Top 5 best British Rail locomotives? I can't be talking about British Rail all the time, guys, you know? It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't have to do this forever. There are other things to do. Beyond discuss
Can I turn the light on?
them.
Can I turn the light on?
Yes, please. My snail has died. Green iguana. Best strains of the last decade? Oddly specific. Iguana. Iguana. You go. Yeah, the Roundhouse Rumble just never did well in terms of views, in terms of really anything. You know, compared to everything else I do, and they were a lot more work, which is weird to say. And I just kind of started having fun with them pretty quick. Just with the amount of graphic design work I had to put into them, and everything else, like for not a lot of return. You know, it was like, you know, I'm putting in all this effort, which is great, but also I'm not getting anything out of it. You know, it's one of those deals right now. And I'm sure you guys have seen, I'm kind of trying to branch out to other things beyond trains. I mean, I am History in the Dark. Maybe we'll talk about the history of zoos now. Anyway, look at the penguin. He swim. His name is Harvey. Everyone say hi to Harvey. Did you say hi to Harvey? Better. Oh yeah, Prehistory in the Dark. That's on hold because, like, it was so much effort doing both channels, and the problem with Prehistory is that as of yet, I'm still not monetized on there. Like, the people who like there's really no crossover with most people when compared to Prehistory and what I do on History, which is annoying to me because apparently I do like both of those things. So, like, it was so much effort, and it was stressing me out trying to get videos out for it. When I could be less stressed and focus on History in the Dark right now. So for the moment, it's not something I don't want to get back to, but I've kind of put it on the back burner until, you know, a later date. And thank you for saying hi to Harvey. I would have been really upset if you hadn't. What was I doing? Right. Okay. Since this was requested. Let's make a train. Let's do it. No, we're not doing that at all. Actually, now that I really think about it, maybe that's a good idea. Have I ever watched Under the Line? Not sure I can recall. Hi, Ryan Fountain.
Greetings.
You're not Kane.
I know.
But you are Teddy. Hi.
Hi.
You're not Kane, though.
I know.
But you're not Kane.
I know.
Do you? Are you
Yes.
well aware that you're not Kane?
Are you sure it's not Kane?
I don't think you know for sure.
I'm about to see who it is. You can't tell, can you? Can you not tell?
It's Ted.
Kane.
No, it's Ted.
It's Kane.
My girlfriend says you're Kane.
I just looked.
Well, she can be wrong.
She could be wrong. Okay.
Teddy, I'm trying to help you out. Goodness Christ.
How?
I'm trying to make him believe it's Kane.
Well, it's not. For one, I sound nothing like him, and for two, just...
What do you say?
No.
He's being himself. Don't worry about it.
I kind of want to know.
I don't think you do.
I do.
Oh my god. Look, oh my god. Okay, hi, what's going on? You're playing Zoo Simulator. Hi, very nice.
It's called Planet Zoo.
Right,
Philistine.
sorry. Like, it makes such a difference.
It might. In the grand
Is it-
scheme of things.
If there is a game called Zoo Simulator,
But
I'm gonna
if
be so
Kane
upset.
joins, I have to tell him about my dream.
Okay, that's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
You gotta let me know.
That's great. Wonderful. I'm streaming on YouTube, by the way, just so you know.
Ah, neat.
Because people in the server were like, "Can you stream on YouTube instead?" Then I'd actually watch, and I'm like, "Wow, cold but fair."
Hi.
Uh,
Hi.
Anyway, Ted, how are you? You forgot your wallet.
Yeah, I did. I had to run back home to get it.
I don't think you did.
I did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to do the shit that they were gonna have me do on the computer.
I'm off tomorrow to get some all day together. All day. Yes. Mom gotta get you up. I gotta get you up. Yes, I know. I know. Don't give me that look. Wanna watch with me?
I'm building a train in my zoo.
Of course you are.
Don't.
Why am I literally not
Why
surprised
are you? Why is
whatsoever?
everyone on me about this? Why are you all like this?
Because, okay, Josh, to put
You're
it
just
simply,
embarrassing
you're the
yourselves.
to put it simply, Josh, you're the train dude.
No, I'm
and yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Josh, what is the server's image?
Your stupid face.
I mean, I could make it my stupid
You
face.
could. You actually have the power to do that.
Well, yeah, but of course, the second I do, you would take that power away.
Yes.
So I'm not going to. Like, it's the old saying: just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Uh-huh.
Hey, no attacking. I'm just trying to pet you. No attacking.
Oh my God, really, Mom?
Don't you get sassy with your mother, young man.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. It's just like earlier today.
All day tomorrow.
Earlier today, when I was talking to my mom. Oh Jesus Christ! What just happened?
She's making noise that the stream
Oh,
can
okay.
hear.
Well, tell her not to call me.
Earlier today, I was talking with my mom about something, and then that specific something was just mentioned in a show that she was watching. That's literally it.
Oh, okay. That's not very
Yeah.
exciting at all.
It's stuff like that that entertains my mom, though.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't think it does.
Well, you're not her, so.
I like how the first time I stream on YouTube in forever, you guys show up and make it wholly unprofessional.
I mean, to be fair, oh my lord.
Don't. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
No, I'm not gonna. I said to be fair, and then like I hope to God that I could come up with something to say afterwards, and I can't.
Oh, okay. So you're a failure.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
I forgot my wallet on the first initiation day of a new job.
Is that what they call it at GameStop? An initiation?
Well, no. Orientation. I always get those two words confused.
Initiation. Welcome.
Initiation.
Are you prepared to sell your soul to the mighty power of GameStop?
I mean...
Are you?
No.
Uh, well, why not?
Because... everything there seems pretty chill.
I think you should.
Still be looking
yeah.
for other jobs.
I'm looking for. No, I didn't say anything like that. I was trying to come up with a way to throw some shade at you, and I couldn't. So pretend.
So
like I
you're
didn't
a
say
failure. So who's the failure now?
it. You. This changes
Okay,
nothing.
fair enough. Fair enough. This changes nothing. So what kind of animals do you have in your zoo?
Hold on, I'm watching this train go.
Of course.
This train has no driver. It's a ghost train.
It's a spooky ghost train!
That's right. The horror. Anyway, I have.
Wasn't there?
I have some
Was
monkeys.
there not a?
I have
Was there not a
some-
go? Okay.
Go ahead. You
Was
asked me
there
what
not a
kind of
goat?
animals were in here, and now
Oh,
you don't
okay.
want to know about it.
Well, I was gonna quickly ask the question of, was there a ghost train in Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks?
I don't know. I never actually played Spirit Tracks.
Oh.
So whose fault is that?
Nobody.
Yours.
You just
It's yours.
just-
The answer is yours.
didn't play the game. How am I supposed?
Maybe you should have. You ever think about that?
You mean? Well, I did play Spirit Tracks. I'm saying I don't remember if there was one or not.
Well, maybe you should remember.
I actually ended up with a really bad experience my first time playing Spirit Tracks.
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
Well, my game soft locked on the last dungeon.
Sucks.
Yeah, so I had to basically restart the whole damn thing, and that was probably one of the most infuriating things I've ever had to do, but
Have you
what are
tried
gonna do?
getting good at it?
I did. I went through the whole game a second time and then beat it, and I actually was like, this is...
That's what you sound like.
Yeah, that's what I meant to sound like. What I'm basically saying is when the ending happened, I had a look of like, what did I just witness across my face?
Right, but have you considered getting good at it?
I feel like I got pretty good the second time around.
I don't know if you did.
I did. I actually beat the game.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Superstar.
I mean, not really. But how am I gonna earn gamer cred for beating the Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, John?
I mean, you might.
I mean, like, I am one of the few people who thinks that Phantom Hourglass isn't, like, the worst Zelda game ever.
Does Kane not agree with you?
No, he does agree with me. He thinks it's a decent game as well. It's just like, I've heard people say that Phantom Hourglass is the worst Zelda game ever, and I'm like, no, I can't agree with that. Like, the biggest problem, and I think we might have mentioned this back when we were still doing the podcasts in the
yeah.
with the Zelda one. I think one of us mentioned this, but the problem that everybody has with Phantom Hourglass is the fact that you essentially have to go back to the same dungeon like 5 or 6 times.
Yes, and it is very annoying.
It is, but I wouldn't say that completely breaks the game for me. Like, is it kind of annoying? Yeah.
Yes.
Can I get over it? Yeah. Like, does it make it the worst Zelda game ever? No.
Might.
I guess it's all up to subjective opinion.
Did you ever make your new video?
No. I actually had
Lame.
an idea.
You had. Oh God, you had an idea. I don't like the way you phrased that. I had an idea.
What I was kind of thinking
A
was
glorious idea.
that... Oh, for Christ's sake.
Did he start today?
Yes, he forgot his wallet
Oh God.
because he's an idiot.
Uh,
My girlfriend
I
asked how
was-
your job is going, and I told her. You're welcome.
I forgot
Uh,
my
I-
phone.
Yeah, she
I
forgot
mean,
her
to be-
phone, then blamed me. That was cool.
I did not
Uh,
blame you.
Yes, you did.
I did not blame
Um,
you.
Kinda did.
I said I asked you to bring it to me. You said.
and
yes,
you,
and
can I say my idea?
You cannot speak, Teddy. There is no. Yeah, go ahead.
What I was thinking of was turning the Teddy's Detective Agency channel into my dedicated streaming channel and using the other channel for videos only.
No. The whole point was you were going to make supernatural stuff completely different from gaming. If you only want to make gaming content, then say that. Like, why did we even have the discussion last week if you were just going to be like, I want to make gaming stuff? Like, okay, great.
I don't know. I thought about it, and I realized that it just might not be the kind of stuff that I am good at making.
Well, maybe with that attitude. How do you know you're... Wait, I'm sorry. How do you know you're good at it unless you actually try to do it? Here, watch this. Hey, how many people in the stream right now would be interested in my friend Teddy here making a channel dedicated to supernatural ghost history nonsense? Like, we know... he knows that already. That's just you. Anyway, you know, how many people would actually be down for that? Because I don't do that because I don't believe in ghosts. But Teddy here is very superstitious. I think.
I mean, to some degree, yeah. I at least like looking into the history behind, like, you know, things that, you know, like very popular haunting cases. You know, and looking into, like, you know, oh, this happened. Like, what, you know, are people's thoughts? Because, you know, like, I don't know. Zach.
I know what he says. I can read.
Oh, dude, the Phasmophobia streams were always king. They were. I would love to do another one at some point.
I mean, like, why would you sell yourself short on something that might actually work? That you might actually like?
Because
you are a coward.
It's not just that. It's... This is gonna sound stupid as fuck.
I mean...
I
probably,
don't think I have
ahead.
the voice for it.
I don't think you have the voice for it. You think I have the voice for this stuff? Have you heard me talk?
I mean,
how many comments do I
most
get
of the
that
comments
are
are complaining about
complaining about yeah, exactly. Like, that's like the number one complaint. Narrator sucks. Ruined the whole video. Yeah.
But I guess like the main thing is like I've binged horror content on YouTube, and like particularly involving like hauntings and stuff like that, like for like 7 years now. And the one thing that I found made it better was if the narrator was effective. And I don't know if I could be very effective at narrating over stories
Ted,
about like haunted locations.
God damn it, you little follower. Here's your freaking problem. Okay, you don't want to do what everyone else does. How about, follow me on this, if you can't be the super serious, spooky voice, how about you just put a comedic spin on stuff? Like me.
Because... I don't know. Because I always feel like comedy kind of drags it out.
Hello.
Or not drags it out, but like drags you out of the situation.
Oh,
hello,
so,
Zach.
So you think my videos suck then?
No! I meant more in terms of paranormal stuff. Like making jokes about like, you know, like the history behind like, you know, specific things involving like trains, planes, and boats and stuff. Like that's one thing, but like when you're making horror-related stuff, it's like if... I don't know, to me that's like if somebody went in and edited over all the really scary scenes of something like The Conjuring and just put in a bunch of cartoon fart sound effects.
It'd be like someone practicing their stand-up at a funeral.
Not to that extent, but yeah.
I'll make fun of it. I'll make fun of it right now.
Okay.
For 1 second, I wouldn't do that.
Because, like, I did, at some point, want to talk about a specific instance. Problem is, if I were to do a comedic stance on that, I would get fucking canceled in a day.
You want to elaborate? Also,
So-
please stop swearing. I'm actually on YouTube.
Oh, sorry. So, one of the, places I actually wanted to talk about was a specific house that was built on top of the place where the Manson family did their
I'm
murders.
sorry, I shouldn't laugh. The specific house that was built on top of the place.
It's where Charles Manson and his cult murdered the. I am going.
We know where they did their business.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
There was another, and again, like if I were to make a comedic spin on that, I feel like that would be in really bad taste because
Howard!
Somebody actually died. It was a really tragic event, and it isn't something that I feel should be taken lightly.
Okay, so say it like that then. You know, obviously, okay, no, Ted, I'm done. If you don't want to do it, fine. That's fine. But like, you're the one who was interested in doing it, and you're the one backing out. Like, the only one holding you back is you. So whatever. You don't want to do it, then do something else. So go back to gaming. I don't care.
I get what you're saying.
Anyway, how are you, Zach?
Well, it's a toss-up from day to day.
Oh, okay. That's always nice.
The last couple days I've been doing okay.
That's good.
Still on a big Final Fantasy VII kick.
Cloud, you must take the Xenoblade and fight the Final Fantasy.
Stop ruining things I like.
How am I ruining it? Josh,
Your words and phrases.
Josh, do you have any idea the amount of times that people have made
Need to drink an ether so I can refill my Mako points.
But like, do you have any idea how many people over the years have ruined Xenoblade for me, quote unquote, by saying, "Oh look, it's the Xenoblade." It's like, yeah, the joke was funny the first 400 times you said it.
I don't get it.
The sword isn't called the Xenoblade, it's called the Monado.
So the Xenoblade.
No.
But you just said you said it was called that.
No. People like to joke and say, "Oh yes, the Xenoblade."
Well, to be fair, the games are called Xenoblade.
I get that. But it's because nobody knows about
Look,
Xenoblade.
if you name your thing after a sword, people are gonna expect that sword to exist.
It does exist, it's just not called the Xenoblade!
Then why did they call all the games Xenoblade?
Because
what is the Xenoblade, Teddy?
Because it is a reference to the symbiotic relationship between a blade's weapon and like the actual being that a blade is.
That's some bullshit.
That's not an explanation, actually. That, if anything, that confuses me more.
Okay, look. Do you really want to sit here for half an hour while I spout off about Xenoblade's story? Because I don't think you do.
I absolutely
Yeah. Okay.
do
Good.
not. You're right.
Good.
That is literally the last thing I want you to do.
You know what?
Okay.
You got us pegged.
Oh my god. Anyway, and it's also because Xenoblade, I'd argue, was the series that got the most attention in the West. Because even though Xenogears and Xenosaga existed beforehand, I don't really think it was until Xenoblade that it got, like, really, like, mass fan attention, just because of the fact that, in regards to, you know, Xenoblade, like, it was loved so much that, like, a fan campaign literally brought it over to America. It's like one of the few times where that's actually I can remember that kind of thing has happened. And so much so that it spawned a spin-off and now 2 sequels, one of which is coming out later this month. Yes, Zachary, I also agree the "I'm really feeling it" is complete nonsense. Half of it was literally just from people who played Shulk and Smash.
I'm really
It's
feeling
Rhine
it.
time. It's Rhine time. It's Rhine time.
At least that wasn't ruined because it got popular in Smash. Can we end this? we end the Xenoblade talk and start talking about the cute furry animal?
That's fair. Let's
Yes.
talk about these snails.
Yes, we can.
Look,
Snails?
here's a snail.
What kind?
This is a giant tiger land snail.
It was an Alaskan bullworm!
You didn't have to yell.
What the fuck is going
Stop
on?
swearing in my... this is why I don't
Oh,
click
sorry.
on YouTube, you idiots.
Sorry.
I don't think you are!
Forgot.
It's just too like we were swearing on Twitch, and now I'm just too used to it.
I know. Twitch, this is why... I forgot, like, why don't I stream on YouTube? Right. My friends are a bunch of drunken sailors.
What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Those things are
Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises early in the morning.
Are those actually how big those snails can get?
Yes.
Holy moly. Please don't shout, that was so loud that my neighbors heard it. I apologize, Tribal, that was not my intention.
I don't think you are sorry at all.
I mean, if it gets in the way of the viewers' neighbors because they're hearing it, then who am I to be like, oh yeah, no, I'm totally not going to shut up because, you know, oh yeah, no, your neighbors totally deserve to hear some random 22-year-old screaming over a microphone SpongeBob quotes.
Nobody deserves this.
Yeah, you're right. How many different animals are in this game?
Oh god, so many. I don't even have all the DLC for it.
Gotcha. Wait, wasn't this a launch title for the Xbox One, or am I thinking of a different thing?
That was the remake of Zoo Tycoon. It is not nearly as good as this.
Ah, fair.
This is Frontier's Planet Zoo, which is a different genre, but not genre, different series, but it's
Same basic concept.
it's Zoo Tycoon. That's just what it is.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, hey, like, if a series isn't doing, you know, what it was good at anymore, then go for the next best thing.
Well, they also made Planet Coaster, which is just Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Ah, fair. I remember, that was actually happening, excuse me, that was happening around, I think,
God, why do you
26
keep telling me that game? It's so dumb every time I see it.
Sorry,
What?
But one of the alerts in this game is so rock stupid. I will never get over it. It says
Ow.
guest thinks tickets are underpriced. Now let me ask you a question. This is very serious. It's very important to me. Who on this planet goes anywhere and says, "Boy howdy, do I wish they were charging me more"?
I mean, nobody thinks that.
Nobody!
Nobody!
People will
one!
think they're getting away. People will think they're getting away with ripping you off.
Yeah. That's like the equivalent of, like, going to a pawn shop and being like, and like, you know, it's like, how much is this? And he's like, and then, like, the dude at the counter's like, $30. And then you're like, sweet, that's a steal! And he's like, wait, oh, it's rare, is it? And then they start charging more.
I was more thinking of that Family Guy bit where Peter's trying to haggle, and he's like, he's like $2,000. $2,100, $3,000. What? He doesn't know how to haggle.
Yeah, no, that I can imagine that. I heard that a CNO Algany was caught in a flood and survived. Ooh.
Wait, this person is selling ethers. You can't buy ethers
Oh.
from an item shop.
It's probably one of those weird rare item shops.
It's in the Sector 5 slums.
It's a really weird, rare item shop. Okay.
To be completely honest, I have no idea what that means.
Oh wait, no, I'm just... Yeah.
Still haven't played Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, they're 500 gil, but they're still selling ethers.
I can't get over that now that you've pointed that out. Guests think the tickets are underpriced. Who? Nobody.
Nobody. Also, what's really annoying is guests get annoyed whenever they see, like, infrastructure, like water treatment facilities. And I'm like, how do you think the water stays clean?
I was going to say...
I'm sorry. I didn't want my animals drinking their own urine. My bad, I guess. Like...
That is actually stupid.
Yeah, well... The whole point is that the guests need to be immersed in the wonder of animals.
Okay, but the guests aren't exactly going to be immersed in the wonders of animals if one of them starts throwing up because they were drinking water that was contaminated.
Maybe with that, too.
I mean, to be fair, like, there have to be animals with strong stomachs. Can you get penguins in this game?
Haha! You fool.
You already made some, didn't you?
What do you think, Evelyn? What should I tell Ted?
Oh my god, penguins!
Ted?
I love them! Oh, they're adorable.
Here's
I love
Hudson
penguins.
again. Everyone say hi to Hudson again. Hudson's a
Hello,
good boy.
Hudson.
He's 17.2 years old.
Hello, Hudson. Hudson, I like that. Do you get to, like, name the animals yourself?
Well, they always come with default names in case you don't want to, but you can always change it. If you
Okay.
want to do, if that's the thing you're into.
You are a human.
Well, no, but I know, but I didn't know if, like, the game gave you the ability to do that. Are there... Christian asks, are there dinosaurs in this game?
I got that question earlier. No. Though Frontier did make Jurassic World Evolution and Jurassic World Evolution 2, so they have made a, you know, dinosaur zoo simulator. But they did not add dinosaur DLC to this, unlike the original Zoo Tycoon, which had that amazing aquatic animal and Jurassic or dinosaur expansions that were just that. The Zoo Tycoon was just phenomenal.
Can you choose not to feature any specific animals in your zoo?
What do you mean by that?
If you had the means to exclude a species of animal.
I mean, I feel like you'd be a monster for doing that.
Which one would it be, Ted?
Oh my god. So wait, if you're saying that if I
I
had
don't know
a
where
zoo,
this conversation is going, but I am intrigued. Continue.
You're saying if... hold on, wait. Okay, so you're saying if
Theoretically, if you had the means to commit an animal genocide and wipe one species from the face of
what
the earth.
the heck is going on?
Okay, well, rewording that, if I was just like,
Rewording
I don't like
that?
this...
No, you coward.
Oh, my lord. I would...
I've missed sowing this kind of chaos.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah, mosquitoes, absolutely. That's the only correct answer. Anything else, you're a monster.
Well, see, here's the
That's
problem,
not a
though.
correct
is that
answer. Do you have any idea the madness that would unfold if you eliminated mosquitoes from the ecosystem in one foul swoop?
Yes,
They are a
such
requirement for life to exist on this planet, you imbeciles.
as... Jack Carson's, like,
They'll
insert...
find other bugs.
Jack Carson's, like, insert the be right back meme from, like, is it the JoJo meme?
You're a JoJo meme.
No, I literally have never seen a single episode of JoJo.
Well, whose fault is that?
It's my own.
I know, I
I haven't
agree.
watched the series yet. It's just never really been a series that interested me. Anytime
The
I'm
meme
like,
you're thinking of is to be continued.
thank you. I wanted to make sure I wasn't, like, crazy or something, because I was like, you know. But no, mostly just because they're... I don't like
Although the
mosquitoes.
be right back
Okay, no,
meme, that
let's
is
be
from
completely fair
Eric
about
Andre.
this, Ted. Ted, in all honesty, let's be completely open and understanding with the situation. Nobody genuinely likes mosquitoes. Okay? No one. But they are kind of important.
Well, without them, Jurassic Park wouldn't exist.
It's just like human beings.
No, that's not a... Dang it. Why do I
It's
talk...
fair.
It is, but...
Good anime is always up to the beholder. Mine shall always be Gundam Seed.
Well,
I can't hear you over the sound of Gundam Wing anyway, but that's fine. Gundam Seed's fine.
that's somebody in the chat. It's not me.
that's the series that prevented me from getting into Gundam for over a decade.
Oh my god!
No word of a lie.
Oh.
Which one? Gundam Wing or Seed?
Seed.
Why did you hate Seed that much?
It is fucking boring.
Zach!
I
What is
did
with
it again.
you guys?
I am sorry. I should go.
No.
I just
It
gotta...
was very boring.
The British Rail Zoo confirmed. If British Rail did open a zoo, I have no idea how that would go, but... Have you, like, gotten death threats from people over your opinions on British Rails?
No.
Okay,
not that I remember.
Okay, weirdly enough, for some weird reason,
There are people who seem to think that I'm referring to all British trains in general, which is so not the case and never has been.
No, you're... oh yeah, no, it's just...
You're a rail racist.
That's not a thing!
Oh my god. I was also, thinking earlier, like... there was a game that I played earlier this year. I didn't finish it, but it was called, Metro Exodus. And, like...
Yep.
And one of the main plot points of that game is that your characters end up stealing a train. And the whole time I was looking at that thing, I was like... I know for a fact that if I showed this to Josh, he would be able to tell me what it is.
Probably.
I wish this game would tell me what it wants.
It wants you
And only you.
to enlist, just like Mr. Smiling Headless Man.
Oh, I found a materia. God,
According...
of course, it's a materia that I've already bought.
According to GamerFan844, LMS Steam Locomotive are king in Britain.
Oh, that's debatable. Oh. Christian likes Metroid Dread better than Super Metroid. I'm glad Kane's not here, because holy moly, does he hate Dread.
Boy. Well, to be fair, he also hates Super Metroid, so...
I don't think he hates Super.
Yeah, he does. He said he hates it.
I have a sneaking suspicion that what you are saying to me right now is not what Kane said.
Well, okay, well, at the very least, he said he hated the way that Super controls.
He may have said something like that. He may not be a big fan of it, but he doesn't. I am going to ask him, and I am going to tell him what you said.
Please do, because if I am wrong, then by all means correct me.
Oh, he will.
I know he will.
Ow.
He's like me. He doesn't like being misquoted.
Thanks, game. I just had to walk down one very specific alley so Cloud could say, "Alright, let's head back."
It was very important that happened.
Sounds like that objective was right up your alley, Zach.
Oh, Ted, shut up!
Look, Kane's not here, alright? Somebody's gotta fulfill with the puns.
Uh-oh.
The second I say that, like, Kane joins and just starts making puns, and I'm like, well, now I don't need to annoy people anymore. Why, game? Why? Why?
It's a
Will
Sephiroth clone.
Will Metroid Prime 4 ever come out? Probably. My guess is, like, they're probably just making sure they have something, like, really good to show for it.
Well,
like,
they had to completely restart the game from scratch.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Like,
it's not...
Nintendo was trying to develop it themselves until a couple years ago they gave up and was like, yeah, so we're just giving it to Retro Studios.
Yeah, which, I mean...
Fair.
They should have done from the beginning, but...
Yeah. I mean, like, Retro Studios has made some really good games in the past.
They made the Metroid Prime games.
No,
Yeah.
I know that.
Like, I really don't know why they didn't just do that in the first place.
No, I get that. Didn't they all, like, I'm gonna Google this just so I'm not, like, talking out of my butt here, but I feel like they also made the Donkey Kong Country Returns games.
You are correct.
Yeah. Which I don't like those games, but they are very popular.
You're wrong.
What do you mean I'm wrong?
I mean exactly what I said to you, and I will say it again.
I never played them.
Do you like the games, Josh?
No, I never played them. I'm just messing with you.
I've only ever truly loved one Donkey Kong Country game, and that was DKC 2, and a lot of that has to do with childhood nostalgia.
I like the DKC games, but I don't love any of them.
Fair enough.
They're
Again,
not,
like
they were never the greatest platformers. They were loved because they were visually beautiful, and they were fine games. Like, there was nothing technically wrong with them. It's just like they weren't exactly, from a gameplay perspective, they were kind of basic.
On the Super Nintendo, I would always rather play Super Mario World than Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is weird, because I'm
Can you have a shout out, Aussie Loco? Aussie Loco wants a shout out for Australian $2.99. How much does that convert to in American dollars?
I will look that up.
Maybe Australia's like wealthy.
How much is $2.99?
I'm just curious before I continue this train of thought.
Australian dollars. So according to this website, which is just Google, it equals about $2.01 in US dollars.
Good enough for me. Aussie Loco is
I'm hearing
here.
subtle inflections of a battle theme.
Aussie Loco is here, and he maybe it's a she. It might be a she. I don't know. I don't want to assume anything. They are. Hi, Aussie Loco. I don't know what kind of shout out you're looking for, other than me just yelling, which, to be fair, is 90% of what I do.
Well, don't yell too loud, or else
Nice.
Tribal Typhoon's parents will get, or neighbors will get angry again.
That's true. You tell them they have to deal with me.
To be fair, weirdly enough, never mind. My brain literally just went
nothing?
dead. No, I got nothing. I'm taking the L. Gracefully. I got nothing. So you got wolves. So you got wolves, lions, snails.
I do not have any lions.
And dragons, oh my.
Did I not see lions?
No,
Okay,
you did not. I promise you didn't see any lions, because I have not been able to afford lions just yet.
Fair enough. Can you put like insects and arachnids in there too?
Yeah, there's some options for that.
All right. I I only asked because this is taking me back to like the last zoo that I went to, which was like back in like my sophomore or junior year of high school, and there was like this whole wall that was just like filled with displays of like arachnids and insects. This is gonna be a problem. Uh. I like how that one Tohu fan, I guarantee you I mispronounced that, says that this stream is like 90% yelling and 10% stressing over a certain railway.
I mean, that just sounds like my entire YouTube career. Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry. Well, before
The
it
history in
wasn't-
the dark career.
yeah, sure, whatever. Fight me. How about that?
Well, I mean, you've gotten a lot of success on History in the Dark. Why would I fight you over that?
Because you're jelly. Aren't
Not-
sh-
Not really, no.
You sound jelly.
I mean, the way I could look at it is that I could be upset that I don't have.
Zach's jelly.
I mean, like the way I
boy.
could the way I could look at it is.
I knew it.
The way I could look at it is I could either be upset that I don't have more of a following due to mostly, in fact, like 95% my own shortcomings, including like not having a consistent upload schedule, or I could be like, oh, I'm jealous you became. It's like no. 99%, like most of the reason that I don't have those kinds of numbers is because I don't upload as much. And because gaming is really one of those things where you can find a lot of people talking about the same thing.
Game Shock showed up earlier to the stream, and he was like, "It's really weird that that History in the Dark has more subs than, Darkness the Curse." And I'm like, "Is it weird?" Because, I mean, maybe I'm just better at this, or maybe I don't know.
Maybe people just like the history stuff more.
He's gonna need to start a new channel called History Shock so that he can.
I got no.
Nah,
He
never
might
mind.
still be there. Don't make fun of him.
Right.
I was just simply pointing it out that he was like, "Yeah, this was so weird." I'm like, "I don't think it's that weird." I'm aware that the UK also had, a lot of the countries had tried steam turbines, and basically none of them worked.
Lucifer is not playing in my favor today.
We talk about the devil now.
Well,
We can't have that around here. That's not. Get out! Be gone, Satan! The power of Christ compels you, Ted.
Well, I was gonna say it's
The power of Christ compels you.
Well, it's like the thing, like how people always are like, pray to RN Jesus, and then what's the opposite of that? You pray to Lucifer.
What?
Zach, I don't understand these Zoomers, man. Help me out here.
The opposite of RNGesus is what?
Loot-cifer. L-O-O-T, Cifer. As in, like, loot from video games. You know what? I'm gonna stop right now.
I
would rather it be Luxifer. Because it's based off luck.
Well, yeah, but loot. You're hoping you get good loot.
Yeah.
And that sounds
This entire
more like
conversation is a disaster, and I need you both to recognize that right now.
To be fair, you are the one who was like, I don't understand these Zoomer terms, so...
You were the ones... You brought it up!
Yeah, but then you perpetuated it! Don't go blaming this all on us!
Us? I was blaming you specifically. I didn't say a word to Zach. Why you gotta bring him into this?
Because you were saying this entire conversation.
Where's the lie?
It's non-existent. I totally agree. Oh my god, that's electricity and fire. I am getting away from that. Can you, speaking of that actually, can your zoo have like major accidents?
Define major.
Like, could there be like, say, like a storm and it like wipes out like half of the animals at your zoo?
No.
Or could there be like a major
No,
fire?
that is a Jurassic World thing. That is not a thing that happens here. We don't
Thankfully,
do that
I
here.
We don't. Yeah, thank you, Zachary. See.
Zachary, just don't encourage him, alright?
Come on, Zachary is cool. Also,
I am
just got
going
one.
to add some grizzly bears.
Ooh, grizzly bears. You're adding some of me.
No, these are grizzly bears.
Goodness. Children, shut up.
Children,
I'm not talking to you guys. They're the kids in this
I'm
game.
the oldest one here. Who are you calling a child?
These kids won't shut up.
I am 22 years old. I am not a child anymore.
Compared to the rest of us, you kind of are.
Yes, but I am not legally a child.
You actually are the youngest one among
No, I'm not.
Isn't Addie?
Addie's younger than me.
Addie is younger than you? Oh,
Yes.
she sure as hell don't act like it. How about that?
Yeah, no, Addie's younger than me.
Well, I guess that makes you feel really good about yourself.
No.
Watch this real flex. My name's Ted, and I'm not as old as... but not as young. You know, one day you're gonna hit an age where you're gonna be like, I wish I was young again.
I've already hit that age.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
You think you have. You haven't.
Oh, I'm having a Sephiroth headache.
Oh, Lucifer, why do you curse me so?
Why have they attracted animal welfare groups? Because their welfare looks fine.
Wait, you're telling me that's a thing that can happen?
I already did add a train to the zoo, see? Little tank engine.
Oh god, there's already a kid over here practicing with like a wooden buster sword.
Oh, Lord.
Like, I just saved their friends.
And, don't worry about that, Zachary. I've been friends with these guys for, like, 5 years now, and that is pretty much what they think.
This kid's really giving his all.
He just wants to be like his hero. Let him go.
He just wants to be in Soldier.
He's just... Dude, he is Soldier.
What the heck do Moogle medals even do?
They're medals
weird thing
that are
is-
given to you by Moogles. And I don't have a follow-up to that.
I keep finding them in chests, but I don't know what they do. Oh no!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's Steve! My next door neighbor.
I was gonna say Blue's Clues, but that's fine too.
We just got a letter.
No,
We
it's
just got a
it's one
letter.
of the like the
We just
cloaked
got a letter.
Sephiroth clones.
Who it's from.
Yeah. You know they're making like a Blue's Clues movie with like all the.
I know,
like,
and I'm actually legitimately intrigued by that idea.
I am as well. Like everybody's
It
saying
takes
it.
inspiration from the Meat Canyon video.
Oh god. Like honestly, like I would see it. Like if I just had like I just like because like I grew up. With...
No! It cannot do that. Please do not do that.
What's going on?
Just what Zach was referencing. No.
The reunion.
No.
I actually I haven't seen that Meat Canyon video yet specifically.
It's fine. That's okay. It's actually okay that you haven't done that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, good.
Hi, train boss. All right, I gotta make these. I'm still trying to make these grizzly bears happy. Bear with me.
Do you like make the animals happy by giving them like a specific food they like or something?
Well, that food is part of it, but it's mostly getting their environment to where, like, it doesn't suck.
That would make sense.
They need familiar trees and grasses and things like that.
Yeah. My grandmother's dog, drove
What
a
is
bear up
this
a tree
about?
once.
Oh, okay. I was wondering how this was about to be relevant. I was about to stop you, and
No. He legit drove a bear up a tree. I think it was like one day, like a bear just like randomly wandered into their backyard.
It was a black bear, wasn't it?
I don't know. Probably.
It probably yes. Black bears are generally not very brave.
Yeah.
They're smaller
but, like,
bears. They're just like.
But this dog wasn't like a guard dog or anything. It was a black lab.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, like, generally, I don't really think of, like, black labs when I'm thinking of, like, guard-type dogs.
Scary.
Or, like, dogs that get, like, very angry.
Scary!
Okay.
You've never heard of Sephiroth, have you, Aerith?
What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
There is a child dressed up as a Moogle.
He just says it like it's such a normal thing to say, you know?
I mean, to
Why?
be fair, he's playing Final Fantasy.
Why is there a child here dressed as a Moogle?
Because Moogles are adorable. They're like the sweetest looking animals. Or creatures, sorry.
No, Christian, don't start the Aerith thing. Aerith is known to have been a mistranslation due to the conflicts between the languages.
Listen, it's Hydro City, not Hydrocity.
Oh, no.
my God.
It is Hydrocity. And I will die on that hill. Okay? You bring the words together, it's Hydrocity.
Okay, then...
It's one word! Hydrocity!
You sound like Megamind right now, like, you will leave Metrocity when it's Metro City.
That's right! I am totally on board with being compared to Megamind. You know what I'm like.
Hey, that's an actual good movie, unlike the Minions.
Oh
Yeah,
my
right.
god. Okay, look, can we not start a feud between the Minions? Why of all things did that come to mind for you?
Because a couple weeks ago, my little cousin took me to see the Minions movie, not because they like Minions, just because they wanted to watch me suffer.
Oh my god,
That was
really?
literally their purpose? You recognize for a second, this is really important to me. You have the authority to say no.
Oh no, I know.
My,
And I should have.
It reminds me of the time that my dad dragged me to see the Fantastic Four reboot that came out like 7 years ago. Because he was like, look, I know this movie is going to be bad, but I at least want to see it before I call it bad. And then he thought it would be a great idea to drag me along, and it was like, it was by far the most boring superhero movie I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Thankfully, I got to see Miles Teller in a much better movie this year with Top Gun Maverick, which you should totally go watch.
Told you it was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
How is this not? No, that's in the work zone. I promise you, it's in the work zone.
Can you make, like, aquariums specifically?
There are some aquatic animals, but it's not like a specific aquarium setup. It's a little more complicated than that.
Alright. Please. Yes! I did it! Lucifer has blessed me!
God damn it.
Okay, I can stop doing that now.
No, you could have stopped doing that a while ago, man.
This game literally spells it and pronounces it Aerith.
Yes, because
So-
that's the actual proper pronunciation and translation. It's just when you convert certain Japanese characters to English, I believe the issue was that it technically would convert to an S, even though in Japanese it's
would,
pronounced.
yes. There is no TH sound in Japanese.
Right.
It reminds me actually of something that's happening with the Xenoblade community, because there's a character who is named something who's like a main party member in Xenoblade 3, and they changed her name from that to, I think, Juniper in the English version. And it's not like, I don't believe it's like a case of her name like translates from Japanese to English as Jupiter. It's just or Juniper or whatever, I forget which one, but they just changed her name for the Western release.
Oh, the kids with wooden swords are literally a side quest thing now.
Oh boy, that's gonna be fun.
Yep.
Hey, I challenge you to test my skills. And you just beat the crap out of that child. That kind of thing. That's what I'd expect, but maybe I'm wrong.
I
It's just a thought, okay?
I want to say something so bad, but I can't.
You can.
No, because it's got cursing in it, and I don't want to curse.
Then don't say that.
So there you go.
Don't do it.
Yeah, exactly, like Elzenar's, sort of like the whole Soriana thing that happened in Sonic 06.
Soriana.
Fun fact, actually, I didn't know that was a thing until I saw your review.
Most people weren't aware. To be fair, I didn't notice it until that particular playthrough. Just like I didn't notice that in-game flub in the line during that one part of the of Shadow's campaign.
In-game flub?
There's an audio clip where the voice actor actually flubs his line. They left it in, and he redoes it in the game. You can hear him screw up, and they never actually edited that out.
Oh, that's bad. I believe Oblivion actually had several instances of that, now that I think about it.
That sounds about right.
Poor guy spent all his gil at the Honeybee Inn. One night at Walmart and I'm broke!
That's just every guy who donates to an OnlyFans, you know.
Wow.
What? Tell me I'm wrong.
Doesn't Oblivion have a bunch of those types of audio oversights? Yes, it does. Or at least the launch version did. There were, like, several instances where people just forgot to edit out flubs with lines. So it'd be like, I do believe that the church is in danger... let me read that again. I do believe the church is in danger of being attacked by the Daedra. Christian, let's not think about that. What if Sonic Frontiers ends up being worse than Sonic 06?
I think it'd be hard for... no.
I mean, you say that, and then
won't.
boom,
Rise of Lyric happened.
It won't.
I don't think it will be.
It won't.
Well, to be fair, Zachary, I wouldn't say that premise alone can save a game. There are plenty of games I've played in the past that have had amazing premises, and then they shot themselves in the foot.
Oh, are you so sure of that?
I am positive. Like, premise alone doesn't carry a piece of media.
I mean, it helps.
It does help, it can't carry it all the way.
Can't it?
I mean... no.
Can't it?
No.
Can't it?
No.
You're really mad about this.
I'm not mad, I'm just like, I don't know where you're going with this and you're kind of scaring me.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring.
Bumped his head,
No.
went to bed, didn't wake up in the morning. What? What?
Zach,
What?
hi.
Ah! Hi.
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 What are you doing?
I am playing Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I've been really enjoying my time with it.
That's good.
To be fair, I feel like you would have enjoyed
What's that
game.
supposed to mean, Teddy?
I mean,
about him. What?
I'm trying to say that, like,
You choose your words
Gender-
carefully, coward.
I was going to say that, like, generally the response from longtime fans of Final Fantasy VII has been that Final Fantasy VII Remake has been a really solid game. Like,
Yeah.
people debate on whether or not it's better than the original, which, you know,
It's
that's fair.
that is a completely asinine and waste of time argument because they're completely different games.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like, and that's like where I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
Also, it's not.
Have you played it?
I know things.
Have you played it?
I don't have to play it. I know.
I have played it and I already know.
Know what? Elaborate.
Well, shit's fucky.
Zach!
I'll say that. Oh my god, I did it again!
Holy!
It's-
How hard
Yeah.
is this to avoid?
I
Go
mean,
on. What-
Very difficult, apparently. Wow.
I mean, like, there have been instances of remakes of games that had a very specific gameplay style, like, surpassing far beyond what the fans expected. I mean, I think the Resident Evil 2 remake is probably the best example I can think of.
Okay, yes, but listen, understand something that FF7 changed gaming. Okay, it redefined what an RPG was in some ways.
It was one of the first JRPGs to really hit the mainstream.
So
RPGs existed, they existed before it, but
here's the deal. If you
They-
honestly expected and hoped that the remake of FF7 was ever going to be as good as the original, you are an idiot. Because that's not gonna happen. What is more what was more likely, and what seems to be the case, is that it would be a decent homage to what the original was, but it can never be the original. Because the original is just that. It's the original.
and they've just announced that they're actually doing like kind of what we had in mind, where they give FF7 the Ocarina of Time 3D remake or kind of treatment.
Yeah,
Like, they're doing that right now. I forget what the project is called, but it's unfortunately it's only for iOS and Android.
Yep.
Oh, they're gonna make it a mobile game?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come to PC eventually, but still disappointing.
See, the
I
problem
mean,
with
hey.
that, the problem with that, if it's a mobile game, it implies it's going to be free to play somehow, and
Either that or-
to me would completely ruin what FF7 is. Like, it's just not what FF7 is. This is
hey,
not.
look on the bright side. Diablo Immortal eventually got ported to PC. And look how well that worked for that game.
Ugh.
Ted,
Yes.
shut up, man.
You know, where's the lie, Josh?
I mean, that's not the point. The point is shut up. Because, wow.
I am at least glad
We
that
know-
most people are.
We know it's bad, okay? By most people's standards, it's very, very bad.
I am at least glad that what they were showing off of Diablo 4.
Diablo 4!
Starring the floors. No, what they've showed off of Diablo 4 seems to have fans very excited. Which I'm happy about. Because, like, I'm not a fan of Diablo myself. It's just never been a series that's particularly intrigued me. But at the same time, I am glad that, you know, most people are liking the look of Diablo 4 so far.
Diablo floor!
That's
Diablo door?
Diablo Store.
Diablo War.
Okay, to be fair, that sounds like an awesome title.
No, it doesn't. Sounds generic as hell.
Tell that to Call of Duty. They've
Sounds
made
like sounds like a Diablo snore.
Wow. No, it sounds like a Diablo chore.
Some people just want Diablo more.
And they will get it with Diablo 4.
But they'll be pretty sore.
Because the core of Immortal floored the core fan base.
And Blizzard turned into a Diablo whore.
I thought you said no swearing.
That's not a swear word.
Okay, fine. Can I say ass then?
That's a swear word.
I am.
Go stream on your own channel. You want to talk how you want.
No, I know. I don't know what noise I just made, and no, I don't care.
Well, maybe you should care.
Oh, God. Christians like material will be sold as microtransactions. You guys need a swear jar.
That's so funny.
To be fair, if we did have a swear jar, I feel like by the end of that night, at least one of us would have filled that thing up to the top.
You'll never get my money.
Who said I wanted it?
You'll never get my money.
Bury me with my money.
I am the one that is evading, escaping financial obligations. I am the changer of my name.
Playing a game.
Life in flames! I am in debt.
Oh my god. We are like the wackiest zoo owners ever.
You don't own this zoo. I own this zoo.
Well, can we at least be like your financial partners?
Oh, I'm sorry. When have you ever been financial and partner in any way?
I don't know.
You don't. That's right. That there's no answer to that because you never have been.
Maybe I could just do like the art for the exhibits. I don't know.
Do art?
I don't know. Give me something to do, man.
No.
Wow. Okay. Can I at least go like feed the animals?
No.
Wow. Okay. One thing I'd like in a zoo, and you won't even let me do that. How
No.
selfish. It's a very me-centric way of thinking.
Very what?
It's a very me-centric way of thinking.
What's that?
You won't let your good buddy Ted just feed the bears.
No, I'm still on the me-centric thing. What's that?
Like, oh, this zoo is all mine, and nobody else can be a part of it. Like, that's
right.
what I mean.
No, but I'm still confused about this terminology. Is this
that...
something Twitter made up?
No. Is that... Hold on. I heard it somewhere, don't remember where. Let me... Is this... Set... Because I get... I don't remember where I heard it from, so for all I know, I could probably just be a raving lunatic.
I mean, that's true, but I just like...
Basically, I just meant, like, I'm guessing it meant selfish.
You don't even know what it means!
I don't remember where I heard it, man. What are these? Is this a water filtration system that you're building?
No, this is a tour boat ride.
Oh! Actually, that would be pretty cool. I don't remember. I don't think I've ever gone to a zoo that had a tour boat ride. But then again, like, I don't remember the last time I've been to a zoo, so...
And whose fault is that?
It's my own... I would love to go to a zoo or, like, an aquarium at some point. I love places like that.
We'd have another materia slot, man.
I love animals.
Uh-huh.
I have 3 chickens, for God's sake.
Yeah, I know about the chickens.
or
We all
2.
know about the frickin' chickens.
Or 2 chickens.
What happened to your third one?
We never had a third one. When I said 3, I was thinking of we have 3 different types of animals in my mind, and then somehow that came out as 3 chickens, which I didn't mean to say.
And here's the problem with this. I don't know why this doesn't want to...
Yeah, if we had a... I'm still looking at that comment, like, if we had a swear jar...
Still on about that?
I do like how, like, if you change your weapon in this game, or if you change the materia in its slots, like, that is reflected in the real world.
Oh yeah, yeah, because like aren't the slots like filled in with the exact like materia gem you would play?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
And same color too.
Yeah, I love details like that.
I do wish that like the your armor and accessories would also reflect on that too, but they are iconic character designs that they probably don't want to mess with.
It was very interesting, though, to see, like, that game finally...
Hello, Dalek Beck.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, like, almost 15 years in waiting.
Oh, yeah. And, like, it's one of those things where I was like, okay, well, this game's, coming out. I don't really have too much interest in it because I've never been a big Final Fantasy person, but hey, I hope it's good for the people who have been looking forward to it.
We can't all achieve perfection.
I mean, like, I've played a couple of Final Fantasy games, I've just never really gotten into any of them.
We can't all achieve perfection. Have you ever wanted to see something so perfect?
Oh my god. Can we stop with the Meat Canyon reference?
Kevin, it's okay.
Do I look like a real boy, Papa?
Yeah, because the
I cannot wait any longer.
The original
Consume flesh. And
okay, thank you. We're talking about other stuff.
Yeah, no, sorry.
The first tech demo that they made for the PlayStation 3 that featured like an HD Cloud and Midgar train station. That came out in 2005.
Oh my god. So yeah, they did wait 15 years.
It took almost 15 years, yeah. Yeah, exactly 15 years.
That wasn't a demo. What was it? It was a tech demo. Yeah, it was just.
It was a tech demo.
Yeah, it was for the PS3.
Yeah.
And then to be like,
it was showing off what the PS3 was capable of. But people saw a Final Fantasy VII trailer and they just wanted a remake.
Yeah, as soon as we saw that, it was like, they're doing it, and it's like, no, we're not. Yes, you are.
Well, it's like, we're not doing it. Well, you should.
You almost said a bad word there, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's strange because
at least I stopped myself.
It is strange when I think about that, though, actually, because one of my favorite series from Nintendo actually wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the fact that the original game was just that. It was a tech demo for the GameCube, which is Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, original game was just a tech demo, and then they were like, hey, let's make a full game out of this.
No. Luigi's Mansion, that's not true.
Yeah, well, it was a tech demo first.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Well, then what was it? You tell me.
It was a teaser. They were already working on it. That wasn't a tech demo.
Well, I know they did have a tech demo though.
The only tech demo for the GameCube that I remember is the one where there were like 100 Marios.
Super
running
Mario
around.
128, something like that.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
which then eventually morphed into Super Mario Sunshine.
No, it didn't.
Wait, did it not?
It turned into Pikmin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, no, now I remember that. And and then I guess the only other one of interest is actually from my favorite game of all time, where everybody hated it because it wasn't like it didn't look anything like the tech demo,
It's not
which is
a-
Wind Waker.
it's
That
cool.
is true. That Link versus Ganondorf fight was a tech demo.
Yep.
Again!
And then when Wind Waker actually came out and had those beautiful cel-shaded graphics, everyone was like, "This doesn't look like the tech demo either."
To be fair, it didn't.
It didn't, but I still think the game looks gorgeous. I would say if they did Wind Waker in the style of that tech demo, it wouldn't be nearly as memorable.
I still think that part of the tech demo where Link just throws the Hylian shield aside is one of the hypest moments
Oh yeah, no,
in my memory.
no, like the tech demo looked great. It's just I think that what we got was what ultimately was more memorable. Also, hi Kane.
Hello, Kane.
Kane, you're here.
I also think the GameCube tech demo for Legend of Zelda looked fairly cool.
It did. I think if Wind Waker.
I have no idea what tech demo we were talking about. I just decided to mention
We got onto the subject of tech demos because I'm playing Final Fantasy VII
I'm
remake.
just trying to play
right
with
now.
animals, and you guys are talking about GameCube tech demos that are ancient as sin. I don't know why you thought you could talk about history on my history channel. Anyway, go on.
But I found out it has, like, it was exactly 15 years between, like, FF7 Remake's eventual release and the first, like, tech demo on the PS3 that showed it off.
Oh yeah.
Because that happened in 2005 and this game released in 2020.
Dang.
So we got onto the subject of tech demos. So we were talking about how, like, the one with the many Marios became Pikmin.
I talked about Luigi's Mansion having a tech demo because I remember seeing a video of somebody playing.
They've done nothing but annoy me for the last, how long has it been? 2 hours.
Yes, we have.
See?
Wahoo!
Doesn't even deny. Oh, and now you're here. I don't know what I expected. Continue.
See, Kane's gonna be making the top of the line puns now.
No, he's not.
Oh, really? Prove me wrong. Fair point. I still think
that's
that
not a pun. That's just a Klonoa reference.
I still think that, like, game over screen from Luigi's Mansion is probably one of the creepiest things Nintendo's ever made.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
You know what's one of the creepiest things Nintendo ever made? You.
Nintendo didn't make me, though. They were a huge part of my childhood, and my top 3 games of all time are Nintendo games, but that's not the same.
Eternal Darkness is a first-party Nintendo game.
Was it really? I thought it was second party.
They published it.
I mean, then again, also, I guess that would technically mean Xenoblade is also second party because it was made by Monolith Soft.
I always forget who to.
What happens in the Luigi's Mansion game over?
So
I don't recall.
In the original version of of what was presumed to be the Luigi's Mansion game over screen,
What do you mean
there's
the
just
original one?
Yes.
Are you talking about the beta or the finished product?
You can't talk
the
about
beta.
the beta. We were talking about the final product. Now you're just making stuff up.
We were talking about tech demos. Shush.
No,
Anyway.
we weren't. We stopped talking about that a while ago.
Yeah, there is an image of like a very depressed looking Luigi sitting out front of the gates, and I'm like, I don't remember that
Yeah,
from the game.
No, that wasn't in the final game. I assume it probably didn't go well
It was too
with.
freaky.
Yeah. But Nintendo still made it.
I didn't realize they made that.
Babe, I have a question.
What did they make?
Silicon Knights, the people who made Eternal Darkness,
Yeah.
right before they made Eternal Darkness,
it?
they made the original Blood Omen Legacy
what
of
is it?
Kain.
Okay. fine.
Oh, I love that game. I have not played very much of it, but I like it very much.
Yeah. Oh, they also did.
It's-
They also did Twin Snakes,
Yeah, they did.
and then their last two games were Two Human on the 360 and X-Men Destiny.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Did they shut down?
They did.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of what I'd expect.
Yep.
You know, everything. Speaking of spooky things, everything that I'm seeing about the Callisto Protocol just has me more hyped for it the more I see it.
I don't know much about it, to be honest.
About what?
The Callisto Protocol.
Nope. Don't know a thing.
It was, from what I know, I could be wrong about this, so if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me.
Hey.
It started
You're wrong.
as... okay. I will shut up now.
Go on.
It started as a Dead Space fan game.
You're wrong again.
Oh.
Did it
What?
not?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I have no idea.
It's basically the entire game is like a giant love letter to especially like the first two Dead Space games. It's got like very similar premises of like the spooky.
Dead Space fan game. Excuse me. It is directed by Glenn Schofield, who had previously co-created the Dead Space series. I don't think it was a fan game. I think this is a spiritual successor to something he actually worked on.
I think this is
Hello?
them trying to make what they wanted to make after EA drove Visceral into the ground.
Yeah. So you're close, but yeah.
Anyway,
like,
it's a big fan game though. Like it's all
Oh,
fans that are coming
anyway,
together
hold on,
as
stop,
fans.
stop.
to do fan stuff. Go on.
it's more than a fan game. It's
Hello.
it's like, hi. Hello? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Where'd you
Good.
go?
Hello. My ping is deciding to just absolutely dump right now.
Yeah, I had that happen just now too.
Anyway, so what were you saying? I heard it was directed by Glenn and then it cut out.
Oh, it's directed by Glenn Schofield, who had previously co-created the Dead Space series. It's not a fan game. It's probably more like a spiritual successor.
Okay, then thank you.
Yeah.
Then yeah. But it is very, very obviously Dead Space inspired. It's a spooky
Yeah, because
space
it's made by
station.
one of the people who made Dead Space.
Well, yeah. It's like with the
Sounds like Bloodstained.
Yeah, it's basically a Bloodstained situation, or I guess to a much less successful extent, Mighty Number 9.
You didn't have to say it,
Yeah,
but you did.
Well, I said it anyway as an example. I didn't.
You didn't have to. Why would you remind us that it exists?
And to be fair,
All
it's
you
still
do-
wrong.
All you do is hurt us with such.
Better
be fair-
than nothing.
And to
Shut
be fair, Teddy, you're
up.
you're still wrong because Mighty Number 9 isn't anything like Mega Man ultimately, so I don't even consider it to be even remotely close to that.
Fair.
In order for that to be accurate, Mighty Number 9 would actually have to play like a Mega Man game.
Oh, and my game crashed. Excellent. God.
God, speaking of crashing
Yes.
games, I tried. Speaking of crashing games, I tried to install Forza Horizon 3, and I think my disc is broken.
Ouch.
That'll do it.
I think I bought. Huh?
Go on.
He said that'll do it.
Yep. I'm pretty sure I bought the first dead disc from my favorite secondhand store out of like the probably like hundreds of games at this point that I've bought from them. This is the first one that has not actually worked.
Yeah. The only time I can ever remember where, like, I bought a disc for a game and the disc was, like, scratched and, like, scuffed to the point where it didn't work was...
Oh, that's
A
the
couple-
weird thing. It's not actually scratched.
Oh, yeah, no, well, it wasn't that scratched for me either, but it still happened. It was when, a couple years ago, I bought a copy of Advanced Warfare from GameStop, and I brought it home, I was like, this doesn't work. And then I went back the next day, I was like, hey, this disc doesn't work, and then they just gave me another one, and that one worked fine.
I wish I had that kind of situation. I don't. I'll probably have to go find a different copy of this, go on eBay or something and pick one up.
My guess is they probably just didn't want to deal with a
What's
like,
worse?
What?
Games not available digitally anymore. You literally have to have a disc to play it.
Yeah. I think that's the same deal
Bear
with,
back.
Okay. I'm just saying, I think that's the same deal with Silent Hill Downpour, if I remember correctly. They made it backwards compatible on the Xbox One, but they never actually put it back on digital storefronts.
Yeah,
only way
well,
you-
it's not a very good game, so...
I've always had an interest in playing it, weirdly enough.
Which one?
Downpour.
What?
Silent Hill Downpour.
Oh.
Like, I don't know, like, for some reason, that particular game has always just intrigued me in a weird way.
Yeah, don't worry, it's not very good.
Fair enough. I'll try it at some point, but I'll only do it if I can, like, get the disc on sale for, like $3 or something. Oh, speaking of which, Xbox is actually having a backwards compatibility sale currently, which ends today.
Back again.
Excuse me.
Killing crabs.
Well, great.
In the ocean! Kill it fast. Pain explosion!
Aliens
Crap
versus
battle.
Aliens versus Predator is on sale currently for $5.
Well,
Which game?
I
which
like
game
that
is
game, but the community's dead, so...
The one that was made by Rebellion that came out in... It did not come out in 2003. You shut up, store.
The one
Yeah,
that
I think that's the one I've played.
the one that my friend showed me, thinking I'd like it.
Oh my god. I assume... I'm going to assume you're not friends with him anymore. But yeah, no,
I'm not really friends with that particular person anymore, per se.
Because it's like, oh yeah, release date, November 4th, 2003, and I'm like, this is an Xbox 360 game. This is literally an Xbox 360 game. That is actually impossible.
Are you sure?
I am positive, because...
Are you really sure, though? I'm kidding.
Kane, shut up. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to curse, so...
Don't do it.
Ice.
Otherwise I would have been a lot more
I'm
blunt.
watching you.
How are you watching me?
I'm watching everyone. I have the all-seeing eye of Eternia! Which is the thing I
Like,
just
I've
made up!
Like, I've always thought that, like, this Aliens versus Predator game always looked kind of interesting. I just didn't really, like... I didn't really know...
I mean, if you want to play it, go for it. It does have a single-player campaign. There's nothing wrong if you wanted to play the single-player.
Oh no, that's what I would. That's what I wanted to buy it for, actually.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna be playing online unless it's with Josh and Duck.
I know that. Well, I mean...
And even then, that's assuming that the frickin' servers are still online.
I think
Well, to be
they are,
fair-
actually.
Yeah, it's just like...
Interesting.
The single-player campaign's alright. Like, it's nothing special, but it's not bad.
I mean, to be fair, like my favorite Alien game, and by my favorite Alien game, I mean like literally the only one I've ever played was Isolation, and I played it specifically because it was single player.
Isolation is still my favorite.
Yeah, no, it's I know Duck always likes to rag on it, but I always have considered
I don't know why he does that, because it is a really good game, and he's just being difficult. I think he does like it. He's just himself.
Oh no, he said he likes it. He hates it when anybody like. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he basically said that like he hates it when anybody talks
He hates
about
it
the
when
aliens.
people put it on
AI.
Ocarina of Time level of pedestals.
No, it's not that. He hates it when anybody like praises the aliens AI as like a work of art. Because
Isolation?
He said, yes.
Yeah.
Because he said something like the last time I talked to him about this, I think he said something along the lines of like it's the most blatant use of if-then code he's ever seen in a game.
It's true. Honestly, the reason why the AI is good on a technical level is because instead of overcomplicating it, they made it as dirt simple as possible. But in the context of how the game plays, that's totally fine. And that's why it seems so good to people, because it's like, oh my goodness, it's it actually, it doesn't, generally doesn't get stuck or anything like that. Like it's, it does what it does, and it does it well. But
it's smart enough to like look for you in lockers and under tables and stuff.
Yes, but again, it's it's because the code is very, very simplistic. But it's not. But they did that on purpose, specifically to make it so that they wouldn't have any major screw ups.
Which, to be fair, given that the last... Okay, I was going to make a joke, but that's not fair at all, considering it was made by two different developers. I was going to make a joke and say, well, when your last effort was Aliens Colonial Marines. But no, that wasn't...
I mean, Sega published both, so...
Well, Sega published both, but they didn't... it wasn't the same developers.
I know that.
I mean, hell, actually, like...
So then why would you make the joke if it's two different developers?
That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped myself and then like said it in a very mocking tone.
Yeah, I know. I was confirming what you were thinking.
Yeah, no, I was saying it in a very because it would have just made me sound like a massive.
What's your language?
It would have made you sound like you didn't understand what developers are, and I get that. So that's why you didn't make the joke.
Yes.
I get it. Needless
to say, Isolation is a fantastic game. I tried playing Isolation, but I don't like horror games. They edge my tension. What? He
doesn't like horror games.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
They edge with my tension too much.
Well, no, his comment says, I don't like horror games, they edge my with tension too much. I think he meant to say they edge me with tension too much, but I totally get what you're saying, Cole Phelps. I totally get that.
I like Alien Isolation.
Weird, I totally misread that.
Yeah, I honestly
I accidentally read that correctly.
I still think Isolation is probably one of the scariest games I've ever played.
I like Alien Isolation because unlike any of the other Alien games, it actually feels like something that I'm supposed to be afraid of. Like, every other Aliens game, like, to be blunt, I just think most other Aliens games kind of suck in the way that they're made, outside of a couple of small exceptions. And also, hey, guys, hate to break it to you, but especially if you're making a specific Aliens game, that movie was not really known for having blood and gore, so, everyone's obsession with Alien versus Predator, yeah, if you're gonna make an Alien game, maybe make it in the style that you're actually supposed to be afraid of it, which is definitely what they did with Alien Isolation.
I also think that
there was a little bit of body horror with the chest burster.
I was gonna say the chest burster, Kane. What? Like...
Okay. Stop.
Okay.
Understand that the first thing I saw in the Alien vs. Predator game was the decapitation.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's what I mean now. Get it.
Yes, I get you.
Yes, there's body horror and a bit of like blood with the chest bursters, but it's not that.
I think you know what honestly makes okay. Can I say something again? Because I think what I like the most about Isolation is that like it unabashedly feels in every way, from the look to the sound, like it belongs in the Alien universe. Like, they nailed every single aspect of that game's presentation, like,
They
to
really
the T. Yeah, like, everything looks the way it's supposed to look. I don't know if they, like, actually pulled music from, like, Alien or any of the other Aliens, like, movies.
I mean, it
But
probably
regard-
wouldn't have been that hard to do so.
Yeah, but regardless, like the sound design and the presentation in general of that game is probably the best I've ever seen in any licensed game, like, period. Maybe aside from, like, the South Park games, but those are kind of, like, a weird exception to the rule. Because the entire game is made to look like a cartoon that's animated like it's a bunch of pieces of paper.
Yeah. I think that's the other thing that like my earlier point though to this as well is like almost every game up until this point has been Alien versus Predator. We've never really had a dedicated Alien game, at least not something of this quality. for a really long
Not
time.
since the Genesis days.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like we finally have an Alien game. The Alien is a threat in its own right. The game is not really bloody and gory because the movie wasn't really bloody and gory. It had a couple of moments, sure, but everything else has just been Alien versus Predator, where they've really, really leaned into the violence and the blood and gore aspects. Even on the frickin' Jaguar, it had that, and it's like, okay, well, we finally have an Alien game that puts the
I'll be right
alien
All right.
foremost in the horror aspects. See you in a bit.
Yeah, no, and I do get that, and that's why I like that game so much, is because not only is it probably one of the scariest games I've ever played, it like I said, it just completely nails the atmosphere, the look, and the sound of the whole franchise. It's a
By
good
the
game,
way,
but it can't.
I have to correct myself. It wasn't a decapitation, but all of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Except for you, Teddy. Josh, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
In what we're talking about?
The 2008 Alien vs. Predator. When I talked about the decapitation, you knew exactly what I was talking about.
You know, fun fact for a second, and maybe this will shock everybody around me. Never seen that movie.
Oh, I'm not talking about the movie. But yeah, like I've never seen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What is
the 2008 game, the one on Xbox 360.
I got you.
What is-
I got you.
what is?
Exactly.
What-
So
what-
that was the first thing I saw with that game.
The bad thing is I still don't know what he's talking about.
That's fine.
Do you remember? I want you to imagine. Do you remember Scorpion? What he does to Sub-Zero? Now imagine that in HD and in a first-person shooter with blades on your arm.
Not it.
You see, Alien doesn't have that. Alien doesn't have that. It has chest bursters at worst. But that entire movie, the entire premise of the movie that people love the most is that they're stuck on a ship with no supplies and a flamethrower, and a need to use a flamethrower as to not kill everyone. So
I agree with what Cole Phelps says, where it's like the first Halloween movie where they leave more up to the imagination rather than just throwing in buckets of blood and gore.
exactly.
It's true.
Still
So
haven't
it was-
seen that
it was
movie.
one
It's
of-
kind of a lost art in that regard.
Yeah.
I agree.
Weirdly enough, I do like horror a lot more when it like manages to like get under my skin and stick there rather than just being really violent.
Don't
I
you
played it-
like? But don't you like
I
the violence?
I mean, to
I
be
never
fair,
got
one of
the
my
reboot.
to be fair, like one of my favorite game series of all time is Dead Rising, so
Yeah, I get
I
that.
can't lie and say no, but Dead Rising, excuse me, was never really much of a horror game.
it was also part of its base concept. Like,
Well, yeah.
I don't mind franchises that build their brand on being bloody and gory. That's fine. Like, no biggie. Go for it if you like that.
Oh no! What did I?
It's just when it goes places it shouldn't is kind of where I draw the line. And by kind of, I mean absolutely.
No, I
goes where places?
So basically, I was just talking about how I don't have an issue with franchises building their brand on being bloody and gory. That's fine. I don't take issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you start taking that and putting it in places it shouldn't be. That's where I draw the line.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I just still can't get over that you're like Alien was never about the blood and gore, and I'm like, chest burster.
Yeah, that was the only thing in that movie that had any kind of like body horror or blood and gore outside
but
of maybe
it's like the quintessential body horror piece of fiction. Like that's one of the most I'm not I'm fine that you're okay with it. It's just a surprise to me because in my head I'm like, that's pretty alarming.
I mean, other than The Fly, I really can't think of anything else that was that popular.
Okay, so here's my thing with Alien. Yes, it can be very gross and body horror like with the chest bursters, but it doesn't really show anything that graphic. Like it happens, and that's about it. And then with like the face.
You remember how much blood was in that scene?
I do. It shockingly was not that bad.
You're weird.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't that terrible. Like it happened, but it's not Alien versus Predator.
I mean, fair, I guess.
And the face huggers were just kind of gross more than anything.
I was always more disturbed by face huggers than the actual chest bursters themselves.
Yeah, because it's horrifying. Like
It
okay,
is.
yes, something burst from your chest. That's pretty freaking bad. But like,
No, it's like the chest bursting bit. I'm fine with. It's the actual like the thing wrapping itself around your face and sticking something down your throat.
Exactly.
Okay, well, when you describe it that way, okay, maybe I follow the logic here for a bit.
Yeah, that's.
yeah, like-
I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to be like. I didn't want to say that. But yeah, that's.
from Pepto-Bismol.
Oh my god. You know what? I remember in one of the Alien games on PlayStation 1, and I don't remember which one this is, there was actually, I believe, a mechanic where if a chest burster latched onto you, you had to use a specific device, to essentially kill. You had to use a specific device to essentially kill the thing from inside you. Don't ask me how it works, because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But either way, like, yeah, no, like, again, like...
And also, just, you know, again, on this one, too, like, yeah, the chest bursters were bad, but that was one scene in the movie compared to the rest of it where they are desperately running, silently moving around the ship with a flamethrower trying to avoid the alien at all costs because the only thing they can do is run from what they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the movie is about the fear of the alien.
Is you don't see it very much until the end of the movie.
It's
Yeah.
like the shark in Jaws.
So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. So like,
It's
yes.
very, very typical early monster movie stuff.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying, Josh, is that yes, the chestburster scene happened and it is pretty horrifying, but like that's not the core of the movie.
I also think in the case of Alien versus Predator, like, you're also bringing in Predator fans who are accustomed to that kind of violence and gore because that was present in the Predator movies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There was a lot of
And
that
I don't-
in the Predator movies.
And I don't take issue with that. I don't take issue with that at all.
In fact, compared to the Predator movies, I think Alien versus Predator is toned down.
Yeah.
You know,
And, like,
I think
I
about
think,
it,
in fact, I think Was Alien vs. Predator not rated PG-13?
It was rated
Yeah.
PG-13, and then like the whole flair with Aliens versus Predator Requiem was that it was rated R, and it was like, this is all violent and gory.
Which is weird because you couldn't see a dang thing.
Yeah, I was
in that
gonna,
movie.
I was gonna say like, and then it's like it was for naught because like the movie was so godforsaken dark that it was like, what is happening? Hello?
And then we proceeded to literally only get like 7 or 8 Alien versus Predator video games and nothing of individual, like for each individual franchise.
Well, again, like
I think the comic happened first, and then they made the game for the Jaguar,
Yeah.
and that was like
Yeah.
the only decent Jaguar game.
And then they made more. They kept making AVP games.
It was a.
I know
In fairness, it proved to be very popular.
and also
Absolutely,
and
absolutely. But I think that's one of
uh,
I think that's one of the reasons why Alien Isolation had so much praise is because we finally got a separate, individual Alien game that really captured the tone of the original movie.
Well, we got
but-
Colonial Marines.
guys,
Even with the problems of the game itself, which are absolutely true, you know, every game has its problems. I don't think anyone can deny how accurate and how good Alien Isolation feels in terms of tone.
there,
presentation.
I should also note that there was a game called Alien Trilogy on PlayStation that
Oh, I
was
know.
like it was like a first-person shooter that was like, it
Which
was
is
based-
totally accurate to the Aliens franchise.
yeah. And from what I've heard, it's actually really good.
You do not read sarcasm well at all, man.
No, I don't.
Teddy, we were literally just talking about how we have not gotten an accurate Aliens game, and you just threw praise at a first-person shooter Aliens game.
To be fair, in that game's defense, it did create modern first-person shooter mechanics.
Absolutely. It did do that. Still probably not at all accurate to the Alien franchise. At least not to the part that people liked.
I mean, I've heard very decent things about
It's
that
a
game.
good game, but you're missing Kane's point. Kane's issue is that he wanted something like Isolation that was explicitly horror-focused.
Oh, then yeah, in that case you probably would have had.
Hey,
Yeah, okay.
I want you to imagine for a minute. People throwing praise at a first-person shooter sci-fi Legend of Zelda game made by Bungie. That's what you're doing. Like, that's the amount of missing the point for this kind of thing. Like, that's what I mean. Like, Aliens, the Alien movie, the one that people like, because most people think the second movie is okay, and the third movie is... What's a third movie? And, like, people like the first one. And then they proceeded to just make it Call of Duty. Like, that's what I mean. Like, the reason why people like Isolation is because they finally captured the original movie. And yes, Alien Trilogy created the FPS thing we know and love, but who was praising it? What were they praising it for? What kind of game is it? That's the ultimate question. Because if it is just, if it's just an arcade first-person shooter, then it's not a very good Aliens game. Because that's never been what those movies were about. Even the second movie still had a bit of horror element to it.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
the second movie was a lot more action-focused, though.
And I feel like most.
It was more action-focused, but they still did things to make it feel
I'm not
spooky.
disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying.
I feel like most of the horror in Aliens just came down to the fact that there were so many of the things, and they were all like essentially trapped in a big metal like cage, waiting for them to like find a way in, and then dinner time for the xenomorphs.
And instead of being spooky, they just shot guns at them like
Well-
any other space marine.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that is what the Colonial Marines were good at doing.
Yeah, and it just felt out of place. Like, that's why a lot of people don't like that movie. Because it just felt out of place for the concept.
Which movie?
Wait, stop. Kane, who have you met who doesn't like aliens?
Me? And a few other people that I know who
you
watch
and only you
Aliens
does
is the-
not translate to a lot. Not how that phrasing works.
Oh my.
That is the movie that is most referenced in pop culture.
That's the movie that gave us lines like, "It's game over, man!
Yeah,
Game over!"
we know
And
the
get
line.
away from her, you bitch.
Yeah, I hate
I mean,
that.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So you
I'm
did
sorry.
it again!
I
I
know.
mean, Ghostbusters 2 is quotable. That doesn't mean it's better than the first one.
True.
Like, all
Yes.
I'm saying is
I
that
mean,
they are
in
very
Kane's
different.
okay, sorry to interrupt you again, Kane, but real talk. In Kane's defense, I prefer the original Alien far in excess when compared to Aliens.
I
Comfortably say that right now. I think that is a much, much better film in pretty much every way.
I just can't look at them in like the same vein. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, because they're very different
films.
styles of
That's the
movie.
point.
well, yeah, but it's like comparing them feels weird because they're not the same type of. So to say that Aliens is better than Alien, it's like based on what?
The fact that people really, really liked it. The fact
Yeah,
that it
so
became like a huge, gigantic franchise because of it. Like,
Oh, yeah, no,
okay, the
no,
way
I-
that you phrase that is like with Assassin's Creed 2. How can you compare Assassin's Creed 1 and 2? Yeah, you can't, because 1 started the franchise.
Well, yeah, but what
and
I'm
they're
more
vastly different games, though.
that's what I'm saying though. Like to me, comparing Alien to Aliens just doesn't feel right because one, it has so much more focus on the action, whereas the original movie was purely a horror film.
Yes, but that's the point, Ted.
And people liked the horror film.
I preferred it as a horror film. Like, James Cameron did a fine job making it a more action-focused movie, and that's fine for some. But I'm with Kane. I preferred it when it was a strictly, like, it was a slasher movie in space. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, and again, I have no problems with that. At the end of the day, it comes down to personal preference. Like, do
Okay,
you like horror?
Well, why is that
Why
so
do I
hard to
agree?
explain?
Okay, so Teddy, here's my thing with this too. Yes, you are correct in that, but here's my other thing. If you wanted a more action-focused alien kind of movie, go watch Predator.
To be fair, no, I'm not gonna say that because I don't consider Predator to be an action movie.
You're wrong.
I
It
consider
seemed
it a,
pretty action-foced when I watched it.
I would consider that a thriller.
I mean, I agree it has some elements of Ted, potato man right now. Like, this is...
It's not
Predator is
Die
a-
Hard is what I'm saying.
There's literally a scene where all they do is scream and fire their guns like manly men into the jungle.
Because they're terrified of something that they can't see.
I mean, I get that, but my point is that, like, especially it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's an action movie. It's got some
Yeah.
fear elements, sure.
Yeah,
But
and I'll
So did Terminator.
I was gonna say, like, a lot of people consider Terminator more of a sci-fi horror movie because of the simple fact that it has some action scenes, but
Okay, so Teddy,
please.
but before I continue, and don't worry, Josh, I am censoring this line, but I just have to bring it up because every time I hear about Predator, I can't help it. Dylan, you son of a blank.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, I mean, to be fair, that is probably one of the most iconic lines in any Schwarzenegger film ever.
no, it's
So
not.
good. Okay,
I-
so anyway, continuing on here. My entire point for what I was talking about is that if a franchise does something well, I'm not necessarily saying that they can't change. But if you change it so severely, I think that you're going to end up causing more harm to the franchise's integrity than you would by just making something new.
You could say that they alienated the fan base.
Oh,
that's exactly what they did, I feel like. Yes, people can... Okay, like... Do you know what it... Okay, I'm gonna make another comparison, because I think that Josh will agree with this. People liking Aliens is equivalent to people liking Saints Row 3 and 4. There are a lot of people that vastly preferred how Saints Row 2 functioned.
Hi!
Exactly. And,
Well-
but there are people that prefer how Saints Row 3 and 4 worked. Like you and me, Penny.
But
that,
I don't...
that doesn't change the fact how alienating 3 and 4 ultimately were to the fans of Saints Row 1 and 2.
See... I get where you're coming from. I really do. But, like...
I don't think you do.
I'm not saying that you're wrong for enjoying Aliens, but I am saying
no
that my
one's
point
saying
is,
you can't
that
enjoy
Aliens...
Aliens, Ted. No,
No, I'm not. Who said whoever said that I was saying that? But my point was simply that, like,
Well, yeah,
when it comes down to Alien versus Aliens, it really just comes down to personal preference. Do you like horror more? Then go with Alien. If you do you like action more? Go with Aliens.
That's usually
that's fine.
usually what people say. But Kane's point is that he vastly prefers the way it was in the first place.
Then that's cool. He can
And
go
more
with
so,
Alien.
even more so, Teddy, and this is why I'm getting mad about this whole thing, because Alien did horror well. There was no reason to change its core concept, and even more importantly, there was no reason outside of that movie being popular, which
They
doesn't
almost
say
said a bad
any-
word, guys.
which doesn't say anything about the game's actual quality, or anything about the movie's actual quality compared to the rest of the series' history, to then do absolutely nothing but release games that feel nothing like the core concept of the film that it was based on.
And that I will absolutely agree with you on.
Thank you. Because that's my point.
I definitely think that the time the movie came out probably had something to do with it.
Well,
Because
James Cameron was always an action movie director.
I mean, he directed Aliens, he directed Terminator 2, like...
He directed Avatar!
He
Yeah.
directed the Titanic.
Oh my god.
Yes,
He
but-
also directed The Last Airbender.
No, he
Oh, no, that was
What?
Shyamalan.
I was
That
about
was
to say,
Shyamalan.
Kate,
Hey,
that
Kate,
was
you were totally
Shyamalan,
wrong.
you idiot!
I corrected myself.
Oh my
I
goodness!
corrected myself.
Talk about apples to oranges on that. Oh wow,
Hey,
not
To
even
be
remotely
fair,
the same.
To be fair, I corrected myself. I saw the mistake and I corrected myself. That was my bad.
I mean,
That was
Also-
absolutely my fault.
I mean, like, but like, no, I get what you're saying, and again, like, I did make comparisons as well to Terminator because I feel like the first Terminator movie was a lot more, like, horror focused based on the fact that, like, it was an unstoppable killing machine literally sent back to kill one woman to
Yes,
prevent...
because the T-1000 was so stoppable.
Well, okay, let me
Wrong
finish.
stoppable.
Oh my god. Okay, let me finish before you jump down my throat like a chest burst or a face hugger. Jeez. Anyway.
God.
So,
Nom, 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 nom.
what I was going to say was that in the first Terminator movie, there was no real effective way to stop that thing until right at the very end when Sarah Connor managed to get it in the perfect spot to where she could crush the thing to death. There was no possible way to hurt it. It was literally an unstoppable killing machine until she managed to get it in that exact position. In Terminator 2, not only was Sarah Connor much more trained because she was preparing for the machine uprising, but they also sent back a T-800 to help John Connor survive. So you have an unstoppable killing machine helping a kid fight off a slightly more unstoppable killing machine. And by slightly, I mean much more, because, oh my god, the T-1000. Oh my god.
Your foster parents are dead.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's still by far my favorite Schwarzenegger movie ever, and it probably always will be.
So this has been a great argument discussion. I don't know why
It's, I think this all just
any
came
of
from
that.
me. This all came from me looking at the backwards compatible sale and seeing the AVP 2008.
Yeah, it's your fault. I agree.
It is, I will totally take the blame on this one. This conversation is absolutely my fault. I apologize, chat, for causing like a 45-minute long discussion.
I know what you did. We all know what you did.
Oh my good lord. So anyways, Planet Zoo is a really cool game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't even take myself seriously with this one anymore. You know what I just actually thought of that I think would be kind of an interesting concept?
I don't think it's nearly as interesting as you think it is, but go ahead.
Well, some kind of like... I'm gonna sound weird for this. But some kind of simulator where you're like taking care of slasher movie villains or horror movie villains.
What are you taking care? Like it's a freaking slasher villain daycare? What are you saying?
I don't know, like... I don't know. I mean, hell, Dead by Daylight is making a dating sim with all of their monsters included, so weirder things have happened.
Wait, they're what?
Yes, they are.
I have no knowledge of this.
Yeah, they're making a dating sim that is literally filled with all the monsters from their games. I assume they're not including the, So Sims for Villains, yes. Thank you. Yeah, they're making a dating sim that's literally just about, like, dating all the monsters. Again, I'm assuming they're not including the licensed ones because that might be too big of a problem. But,
Oh. No,
but yeah.
No, so many women want to date Michael Myers.
Do they actually?
I mean, the internet's a weird place, man.
Probably. Oh, Michael, look at how large your knife is.
Stop it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was bad. I'm sorry.
It's time
I-
to cease and
that was-
desist. A
that
cease
was-
and desist. A gag order has been issued on
I'm pretty sure plenty of...
now.
No
No more
I'm not-
talkie. No more talkie.
I'm not going to say what I was about to say. Sorry. I like how Jack Carson's just so, like, confused. Alright, Ethan. I'm sorry, Jack.
Was it that funny?
I'm sorry, Jack Carson, if I have, like... I'm laughing because I know it's, like, only funny to me.
There's a lot of things that happen that are only funny to you. I don't know why you're surprised by this.
Yeah, like The Sims for villains. Like, that would be so cool. Yeah, hold on. Let me look it up, because I forget what it was called exactly.
Ostrich. Ostrich. I fed an ostrich. Oh, nah. Fed a giraffe too.
It's called Hooked on You. That's what it's called.
Hooked on a feeling.
Da 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 da. Nothing. You're not gonna continue.
Do I have to?
I assumed you would have, but I guess not.
You fool.
Yes, that is the pun in the name, Cole Phelps. It's supposed to be like Hooked on You, like the meat hooks in Dead by Daylight. 0 out of 10 name mainly for that bad pun.
Fair.
Absolutely fair.
I don't know, like, I have a feeling that game is going to be interesting, but it's probably just going to be a giant joke.
I mean, it
Wait.
is a giant joke. That's not like pretend that that's not what it is. I mean, it
It's like-
totally is. That's part of the
Yeah,
point. But it might. I believe your issue is, well, will it be actually be fun to play, and that's debatable. But it
Yeah.
absolutely, without question, is a joke.
So that sounds like a dating site for people that really like fishing, aka Minnesota the dating site. I mean, you're probably
Hello,
not
I'm
that
Sorry about
wrong.
that.
Oh, welcome back, Kane.
What'd I miss?
Oh, nothing, just messing around. Just-
See.
We were talking about the Dead by Daylight dating sim that's
Dude,
coming
you
out.
were talking about that. I am just trying to mess with my zoo.
Oh,
Yeah, so is it Timberwolf
Whoa.
that you have died of old age?
I'm
No.
aware of the problem.
no! Did my game just crash?
Yes.
Better not have.
It's
Yep.
frozen.
You know what they can call the dating simulator?
Oh no.
Dead by Date Night.
Well, they called it.
Oh.
They called it
Fuck.
Hooked on You.
Zach!
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I
but,
know, it's okay. What's going on?
I haven't saved in like 2 hours.
Didn't you say that game has an autosave feature though?
I don't know if it does.
I mean, it's a
really
modern
hope it
game.
does.
I would imagine it would, unless they really wanted to get retro like the original FF7.
I
well, it
could've
gives you the option to save anywhere, so.
I really hope it does have an autosave though. Crossing my fingers for you, man.
The FF7 remake. The game will automatically save upon initiation of certain scenes.
So hopefully that doesn't set you back too far.
Yeah, it's not responding.
Damn.
Damn, that's my first crash.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
I'm
mean,
sorry about that.
It happens. It happens. I'm not like mad. I'm just like trying to keep things, PG over here because this is the channel where children.
Yeah.
I actually had like mothers come to like comment on my videos, being like, "My 5-year-old loves your videos,"
Oh no.
which is really
Oh,
nice. Also, man,
5-year-old.
we got cute videos of cute animals here, and hey, look, it's a bear. Hello, look at the bear. Look
You
at
better
the
name
bear.
one of them Teddy.
Nope.
I will name one Huggles, and I will name one Snuggles, and I will name and I will name this one Fluffles.
Kane, has
And
anybody
this
told
one's
you that you're
Vegeta
weird?
Jr.
Vegeta Jr. No.
Why don't you just name one Chappie?
Not just gotta start it from the beginning of the quest.
How far back is that?
Oh, like 15 minutes.
Okay,
maybe.
so that's
But
not as bad as it could.
hopefully I can skip the dialogue.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.
I'm really glad to hear you didn't lose much, because Lost Progress is a really easy way for me to just stop playing. I understand how.
Yeah,
hard-
kind of like a Lost Odyssey.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, no, yeah, no, because like I know that feeling because during my playthrough of Yakuza Like a Dragon, after I got the 5th party member, I don't want to spoil who it is for people who haven't played the game yet. I just played around in the city for like an hour, and then I party, I wiped, and then I just selected to go back to the main menu, and I didn't know the game had autosave, so I lost basically like an hour's worth of progress, and I was like, I am going to throw my console out the window.
I can't remember what game it was, but recently I had a really rough loss of oh no, what game was it? Oh no. It's something I was playing recently that like I got thrown back like
Now I will tell
like
you.
an hour and a half or 2 hours worth of
Thank you, it's
running
not
around
hard.
and exploring. Probably something on my PlayStation. It wasn't Klonoa, because I beat that game in like 3 hours.
Oh, I see what the problem is. That's my bad.
Save.
I'm getting closer to it in my mind. I tried to save, and then it crashed while I was saving.
Oh,
Man,
that's
we're,
the worst.
that's
we're getting really
always-
unlucky.
It's always harsh whenever that happens.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a sec. It's bugging me until I can figure it out.
Don't you crash on me.
I actually just found a,
It was
Zach, I found-
Skyrim on the Switch.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst. Ugh.
What is up here?
So, Zach,
What?
I actually just found a meme regarding Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh. Yeah?
And it was like, it's like a back and forth between Cloud and Tina. I mean Tifa.
Tifa.
Good.
Tina.
No,
Oh,
so-
Someone just
Dare
said, "What
you.
is Borderlands?"
So Cloud says, I'm quick at
Tina
math.
Rockhart.
Cloud says, I'm quick at math. And Tifa says, what's 29 times 15? And he's like, 35. That's not even close. But it was quick. And then he just takes a sip of his drink. And then Tifa raises a finger. And then like slowly retracts it. That is totally something Kane would do.
Yes, it is.
Roasted.
I've got the Alien movies around here somewhere.
I think there was oh.
My Discord link is expired? Are you sure?
What?
Find that hard to believe. Unless, oh, I bet for streaming on YouTube it's the old one. Can one of you guys give him a new link, or do I have to?
Yep. Coming over.
Yep.
I'm
not really signed into anything, so
I gotcha.
Why
I gotcha.
not? Why aren't
Copy
you
a
signed
link.
into everything? You should know everything.
Here's the Discord.
Hi, PRR modeler. Where'd you put that?
In the chat.
Which chat?
The YouTube chat.
Are you sure? Because I don't see it. Didn't show up.
Oh, that's a big
it's
smogger.
it's probably because it's a link, and I'm not moderated
of
on your
course, that's
streams.
right. Hold on a second.
I
Yeah. Why? You tired?
got the Bad Guys today, so I'm excited to watch that later.
I've been very interested in that movie.
Hold on. I'll do it.
Okay, I would do it, but I can't.
Yeah, I forgot I had technically no mods on YouTube because
Ow.
you know.
Yeah.
Uh, There we go.
There you go.
I'm not sure when I'll watch it, but I'm quite excited to see it because those trailers were really fun.
Come and join our lovely Discord filled with train memes. And, okay, apparently this game just doesn't want me to play it right now.
That sounds like a you problem. Anyway, we got
Well,
giraffes.
I have tried to play this game 3 times now, and it has crashed.
Maybe you
So-
should play a different game.
It's
And this one's
probably what I'm
Chiumbo,
going to end
And
up
this one's Keisha. And this one's Alili. And Chiumbo is now named Vegeta Jr.
Vegeta Jr.
Do I have a model train? I have a lot of model trains. Run, giraffes, run! Follow Vegeta Jr.
And this one's Vegeta Jr. Jr.
Kane doesn't have any model trains. He's too busy with his fancy computers.
Yeah, I don't have
any.
trains.
I don't have any model trains.
I don't
Neither
have
do
any
I.
model trains.
I have
but I've
model
got-
robots.
I have... hmm.
I don't have model trains. I have model computers.
I have, like, a couple of models of, like, video game characters. I didn't have to build them, but, you know...
Well. But Vegeta, tricks are for kids.
On second thought, Nappa, catch it. Catch it with your teeth.
Oh no! My face! My precious modeling career!
You're making me so mad!
Oh, wait, what? I feel like I saw that episode. Which one is that from?
8? 7 or 8, I think? Because it was before 9. Because episode 9, I think, was the one where Vegeta killed Nappa.
Hmm.
Because episode 10 was the big finale with
Yeah.
Vegeta versus Goku. So 7 or 8. Really early on. Trying to be a nice guy. You killed
half our friends!
I said try!
I'm surrounded by idiots.
I thought you were surrounded by gumdrops and ice cream.
I would reference something, but I can't swear, so... But you know what I would reference.
Sorry, Josh. Did you continue the reference? Discord cut out.
I just yelled. That's all I did.
Ah.
Yelled. I like whisper yelled because I don't want to scream on stream.
Understandable.
Or in my room.
Aw, sounds like someone has an ice cream headache.
That's it! Everyone dies! Oh, look at the giraffe. He's got twitchy ears. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, shaky head.
One of my favorite TN scenes is when they're poking fun at the move names, and TN is like, yeah, did you hear the name? Big Bang Attack.
It's rude.
Mm-hmm.
The Turk. Rude.
Oh, yeah.
Weirdly,
Baldy
not the-
McSunglasses.
interestingly, not the rudest Turk.
Huh.
That's Reno.
Yeah.
You're rude.
I can't unsee Reno from the FF7 mission.
Rude's not a bad person, Aerith claims.
He's just rude.
Da 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 da.
Apparently I'm fighting Rude now.
Pretty sure in the original you don't fight any of the Turks till after you leave Midgar.
No, that's not true. You fight Reno right before they drop the Sector 7
Oh, right,
plate.
you do fight Reno there.
It's it's a very easy and short fight, but
Yes, but you do it. Yeah, I completely blanked on that. That's weird. I even thought that scene, like, do you fight in there? I don't think so. No, you do. You do.
he does this weird little pyramid barrier on your party members, and you have to break them out of
really
it.
annoying.
Yeah. Oh my god! Rude is kicking my ass. Literally, this man is a kicking machine.
Nah.
Zach.
Alright, so it's time to assess you.
He got himself some new kicks.
Ah, and he's weak to wind.
Ah, yes, the most obvious weakness for people who kick. The wind.
Spells. Arrow.
See, the zoo is train related as I have a train in it. Duh.
Well, I mean, now you've just created Zootopia.
Oh, I just broke the lens on one of his glasses. Oh, that's so cool. And he has a spare pair. That's so awesome.
I do really hope that we get like I do hope that the leak for the FF9 remake is true. I would love to play FF9 in this style.
It'll probably be like the FF8 remaster.
I kinda doubt it because we technically already got that with the FF9 re-release because that already had like, a lot of
sort
enhancement.
of. but
I mean, there's also the Moguri mod, and I'm not really sure if we'll be able to do much better than the Moguri mod with FF9, considering we don't really, as far as
Oh my
people
God.
are concerned, we don't really have access to any of the original files anymore. So
I
Yeah.
have this disc over here. That,
yeah, but those are all compressed files for the PlayStation release.
So, uncompress them with your tech magic.
That's the Moguri mod. Lots of AI upscaling and hand fixing of all of those backdrops. It makes quite a difference.
Magic.
Oh, I don't like that.
What?
It doesn't like you.
So, Rude's ringtone is the victory theme, and that is okay. That is okay, because that's been done before. We saw that in Advent Children, but the thing is, in Advent Children, everybody was using,
Flip phones.
like flip phones. Rude just pulled out a smartphone.
Yeah.
Continuity error.
It's just a little minor thing that bugs me a little.
You're being. Stop it. Just stop it.
I agree with Zach in the way that is a pretty big disconnect between the two, but
Yeah, I mean, it's a.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that the remake isn't even going to be in the same continuity as Advent Children.
No, you're absolutely right.
which I also agree with, but I also think it is still a thing that's definitely a noticeable, strange detail comparatively. Like it's a change. It's a change that. How do I put this? It's a change that like on its own immediately puts them into two separate time zones or like time
Well,
settings. You know what I mean?
the game's already clearly in two different timelines.
I mean,
'Cause
story wise,
there are like these Dementor looking like cloaked specter things that they show up anytime the timeline is about to diverge.
And I understand that from a story perspective, but to give a different example, in the original Code Lyoko, they literally used, like, Nokia cell phones. If they remade the original Code Lyoko series and still set it in the same 2003 time frame, it would be really weird for them to pull out iPhone 13 Maxes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Like, that's kind of what I mean, where, like, yes, technically it's true that it's already on there, but, like, it's
Didn't you know
just...
that Jeremy invented the iPhone in high school?
Yes, he definitely did that. But, like, that's what I mean. Like, it's a small detail that really, really hammers home that this is the remake. Like, you already knew that going into the remake, but it's like, oh, yeah, that's a remake.
This is a meta sequel. This is some weird timey-wimey bull honky.
That's all I mean. It's
Timey-wimey bull honky, huh?
like a big bowl of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Poop.
Haha. I'll eventually get around to rewatching the few seasons of Doctor Who that I was super into.
I don't think I'm ever gonna touch that show again.
Something turned you off about it?
I enjoyed my time with it, but after the 11th Doctor, I dropped off it pretty hard, and yeah, I'm just...
What happened with the 11th Doctor?
Huh?
Why'd you fall off after that?
I just wasn't feeling Peter Capaldi's Doctor, and there was way too much emphasis on the companion.
Yeah, I can understand that. I dropped off after Matt Smith.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That I dropped off after Matt Smith.
I had Doctor Who ruined for me, so I don't watch it.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
How so?
My abusive ex was a massive Doctor Who fan, so I can no longer look at it without being like,
That'll ruin a thing for anybody.
yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'll just opt out of this. So I just choose not to talk about it.
Understandable. I feel that.
I was
But yeah,
never a fan,
I watched 9
That
through
is
11.
not the same thing, but fair enough.
Well, no, I was just saying, I like, because that's about all I can add to this conversation, because I'm not a Doctor Who fan.
I watched
Whoa.
9 through 11, and that's it.
Yep.
That's what I enjoyed.
Plus, I've met Doctor Who fans.
And
Well, I already have to deal with Trekkies and Star Wars fans. I don't need them to.
Yeah, I understand that.
How many lights are there?
Huh?
There are
Tell me,
4 lights.
Hmm.
There
I'm
are
not sure
4
about that.
lights!
I'm not sure about that.
I'm very certain about that.
I'm a little confused as to the context for this.
I am as well.
That's because you don't watch Star Trek, and you won't get it unless you watch Star Trek.
Ah, gotcha.
Could you maybe give, like, an abridged version for us non-Trekkies?
No.
I cannot do that, actually. There's no... I'm not doing it.
Is it a Kobayashi Maru thing?
No.
Absolutely not.
Zach, are you enjoying the chaos you started now? Because now they're like, what?
Yes.
What could it possibly
I always enjoy the chaos I sow.
Because literally right now I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, I completely and totally understand, Teddy. You see, there's some lights, and people count them.
Oh my god. You know what? No.
One-
I'm out. I'm
So
out.
far,
I'm out.
so far,
I'm out. I'm
not
out.
inaccurate.
I'm out. I'm out.
There's a major piece to the puzzle you're missing, but that's not wrong.
I mean, the joke is obviously that I just did the most basic part of that. Yeah. But yeah, I won't know for a while. Star Trek's always been one that's been even harder than Star Wars for me to really get into. Partially because I had a really bad introduction to it.
How so?
Hugh is a massive dick, and I hate his face.
Kane, man, every time.
I don't like him.
No,
His-
it's not
his
the.
in-
It's not the. That's not you.
Oh,
Ooh.
sorry. I said the word.
He
I
said it.
said a word. Yeah, I said a word I probably shouldn't have. My bad.
It happens.
I don't like Q. His introduction is really rough. Very
You
frustrating.
don't like Q?
The first episode he's in, he is insufferable.
That's kind of a major part of Q.
And I hated it. Every second he was on screen, I wanted to turn off the DVD. I was so mad.
Well, see, that's your problem is you were watching on DVDs. You obviously should be watching on Blu-ray.
I do concede that honestly, the first season in general of The Next Generation is kind of weak.
Yeah, it's considered to be the worst one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a rough start, but like, it's season 2 and on is where it picks up like amazingly.
Yeah. So if I do start watching anything for Star Trek, I will need like a proper written guide or something on what episodes I should check out first.
You should be watching
Yes.
the original series first, you coward.
Yeah, but like that first episode was, oh god,
I like that episode.
I can't stand Q, because like that kind of characterization infuriates me. I hate it. One of the reasons I really liked the Steven Universe movie is because they took that trend and snapped it in half, literally. Because I hate that kind of character interaction. That kind of character where everyone is being yelled at and never given a single second to explain anything. And then people start dying. And it's like, well, yeah, because you wouldn't let people talk. Ha! It's infuriating. I don't like it. So, it was the worst.
I get it. Trust me, I get it. I think you're wrong, but I get it. I mean, you're not wrong for disliking it. You're wrong because, well, I mean, never mind. It's fine. That is your opinion on the subject, and I am going to choose to respect it, even though, as a massive Star Trek fan, I am slightly offended, but, you know.
What, the fact that Q wouldn't stop bringing up things from, like, the 17th or 16th century that's completely irrelevant to the modern times?
I mean, in many ways, he predicted Twitter.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. At that point, I'm probably hundreds of
You
years
know what?
old.
No. Hold on, Kane, because I'm gonna stop you there for a quick
I mean, I
second.
want you
and
to,
say-
honestly, no. From a historical perspective, we're going to close the stream out with a serious talk about this, because I have to stop soon because my girlfriend's going to snap my neck if I don't get off the stream sometime soon. That's honestly a thing that always drove me crazy. Like, history is important to mention, but people bring up stuff that happened centuries ago. And act like, you know, white people did this in the 17th century. And it's like, yes! We don't do that anymore!
Exactly!
The Mongolians conquered the entirety of Asia. And murdered hundreds of thousands of people, possibly millions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't get on their case in the modern day, do we? No, because it'd be stupid.
Yeah. And that's why I couldn't tolerate Q in that episode, because he was just doing that the whole time, and
I mean, that
everyone
was
trying
kind of the point of the episode.
and I hated it. If Q would have just shut up for 2 minutes and listened, none of that would have been a problem. But no, he was the guy who has not been around the Earth for 30,000 years and starts talking like nothing's changed and won't stop talking. It's like, dude, stop it. Go away.
You sound very angry about this.
I mean,
I
Q can
hated
be.
that episode.
I mean, I think he felt Picard's frustration is really where Kane's coming from on this subject.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
Oh, he
felt
gets on Picard's nerves so much.
Yo,
Mhm.
Admittedly, every Q episode after the initial one is a lot better.
Oh yeah,
Which is-
for sure.
But man, that initial episode was really bad and I hated it. Ah, God, it was rough. So that was what colored my first impression of Star Trek. Not a great track record thus far.
No,
But I'm
but
not-
again, I need to stress that the first episode is just that. It's the first episode, and it was very... They weren't really sure what they were doing because Gene Roddenberry had a lot of requirements for what he wanted to see, and most of it was difficult.
Yeah.
Because he wanted basically his vision was that humanity is now perfect. You know, everyone gets along and is all happy, and that's wonderful. Also,
We're in a non-scarcity society.
yeah, but the problem is that you can't have conflict without, or drama or anything like that without some level of something like, people not getting along.
Yeah.
But Gene's like, no, everyone's perfect here. They have different personalities, but they all get along and everything's great. And it's like, Gene, we can't write that. There's no, people have to disagree. So the first season is played with this. Now, Gene sadly passed away between the first and second seasons.
No, I thought it was between 4 and 5.
Was it? Well, at some point he
Yeah,
laid
it
off.
was later later into the series.
I'll have to look at that, but I know it was during the Next Generation, but I know
Because they put a thing at the end of an episode.
right. Well, at some point he did decide to lay off because he realized, well,
You're right. There was probably a period of time of like towards the end of his life where he wasn't actively part of production.
Yeah. Because he actually did a lot of things towards the end that annoys me. Because as he grew older, he got that old man attitude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as one does, which is understandable, but it became difficult to work with him. As I understand it. Because he was just like, no. Society is perfect. Like, that's great, Gene, but, you know, what are we supposed to write? There's supposed to be drama here. How can we have drama if everyone's getting along? That's why the first season, that's why a lot of the drama in Star Trek in general tends to come from species outside of humanity.
Yeah.
Because, humanity's come very far. It doesn't mean everyone has. It's a big universe. And that's kind of how they get away with that. That's why Q is there to... Honestly, the first episode is kind of, blunt force. Humanity is now perfect. They have to explain it to a god.
Yeah.
Who doesn't realize this. Which was I believe was the idea, was to establish for the viewer how far humanity has come. Because even in the original series, there was still a lot of, xenophobia going on because, humans were still a little old school. They weren't, they were still a lot better than they were, but there was still a lot of, like there was an episode where Spock had to deal with someone being racist towards him because he's not a human.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's half human, but whatever. In addressing that sort of thing. But in Next Generation, that's supposed to be no longer a factor at all. And it's like, well, what do we have to write with?
I think my big issue with that episode's plot is that I do feel like it's just really heavily phoned in to make a conflict. Like,
well, they were. I mean, to be fair, they were struggling with that exact thing. That would make sense for you to see it that way because they were struggling with how to make a conflict. They didn't know how to make a conflict at all because, up until that point, TV was, about people disagreeing and, learning to understand and talk and, things like that. Like basic conflict management is still a big part of drama in general.
Yeah.
But in Gene's, vision for the future, there wouldn't be drama because everyone would, empathy would be the norm. And everyone would work together to understand and, work well for the, to keep humanity moving forward. And it's like, okay, well, we can't just, we can't write an episode, a show with nothing but Gary and Mary, Gary Stews and Mary Sue's. That's basically what Gene was asking. Because everyone was perfect.
Which is probably why that season is not very good.
Yeah, it was only established later that they worked, they managed to work in, Picard does have some, they managed to convince Gene to add some character flaws, because people are still people.
Yeah.
For example, initially in the series, Picard doesn't really like children.
Yeah.
Riker will not stop having sex with everyone. Worf is Worf. To be fair, Worf is a Klingon, so...
He is overly concerned with honor.
Yeah. But, from a... I get, the episode's point is, relating it to what I do is, people bring up, this, that, and the other thing, you need to apologize for what your ancestors did. No, I do not. Because I didn't do those things. We are not, we may be their descendants, but we aren't them. We can choose to be better than them. And to be honest, holding guilt over everyone's head, for whatever it is, Doesn't matter, because you trace any lineage back, you'll find some horrible people. That's going to happen with every single person on this planet. Period. End of story.
Humans are just awful in general.
Yep.
Zach, you're missing the point.
It's a very blunt way to put it.
But holding guilt over a modern person's head for something that they had no impact on, no relation to, is
again, I think
is something that I think holds people, holding people back. Certainly, we should, as long as we are working towards making sure that kind of horrible, such horrible things never happen again.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think that's all we can ask. We can't go back in time and change, all the horrible things that people have done. We can't do that.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It's strange actually, because I'll to paraphrase something that John Oliver said, and I think I brought this up before, but he said something along the lines of, like, when he was talking about the Confederacy, he was like, look, that man is not responsible for what his ancestors done. None of us are. I have to believe that because I'm English, and I would like to go to an Indian restaurant at some point in my life.
It's true. I mean, and it's not just English, it's not just Southerners, it's not just Americans, it's not just, every country has their skeletons in the closet, and some countries have a lot of skeletons in their closets. Every race has a lot of skeletons in their closets. Every race at some point during our history as human beings has done slavery. It's been done, historically.
Yeah.
But what's important is that we don't do it again.
Yeah.
And in throwing, insults and expecting what? We can't do anything about that. We can't, I can make videos all day about what happened. In the past. I can't change the past. No one can, change what happened. We can just ensure that, like, the part of the reason I talk about what some of the stuff I do is that, look, these were the mistakes that were made. Let's not do that again.
Yeah.
Like, let's not do any of this again.
Agreed.
And that was Q's issue, because Q assumed that humans can't evolve, basically. Back to Star Trek now.
And the thing that annoyed me so much about that episode is, maybe, like, with the least amount of offense I could sound for this, maybe gods should be more intelligent than that.
Well, Q is an interesting character in general. Like, again, his introduction may be a weakness for you, but the Q aren't technically gods. They simply have godlike powers. Like, no one absolutely considers them gods, but they kind of view themselves like that because they're omnipotent. They can do whatever they want.
They're very egotistical.
They are definitely egotistical, but a big part of of Q is that he has all this power, but he himself is not perfect at all.
Yeah.
And that's at no point does that change. At no point, there's an episode later. I'll give you the content without spoiling it because it's actually one of the best Q episodes, I think, in my opinion. Q actually loses his powers.
Oh yeah, I really like that one.
And he gets thrown on the Enterprise, and he's like, "I need your help," and everyone's like,
asking for
now you're
our
just
help.
a stupid, dumb, boring human.
Yeah, exactly. And he has to come to terms with being human, and part of that experience actually changes how he views humanity as a whole, because he experiences what it's like to be fragile and vulnerable. Exactly. Before he was effectively a god, and suddenly he has no powers. He's no better than any other person on the Enterprise. Yeah. And it's a good episode. It's a great episode. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So just to give you some confidence in the later part of the Next Generation, please do not judge it by the first season.
Oh, absolutely not. I have, especially after people were really starting to tell me about that.
Especially
I'm really
the last, except for the last episode of the first season.
Is it good enough to watch?
Well, if memory serves, that's the episode. It's a two-parter, and it swings into. There's a two-parter towards the end of the first season. It might swing into the second season as well, but that's considered.
Yeah, they do that a lot, where it's a two-parter, but part one is the finale.
But
and
it's considered by many to be one of the best two-parters in Star Trek history.
Oh,
And that's definitely something you should watch.
That's the season
Oh.
1 one?
It might be. It's maybe it's the season 2 one. It's Locutus.
Oh no, that's.
Is that season 2?
I think that's season 3.
Oh, is that season 3? Oh,
ending.
see, my memory's
Yeah.
Never mind, Kane.
That's best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. Yes. Okay. Well, that's season 3. Never mind.
gotcha. Yeah.
Why are you guys nerds, sir? You are. I assume you're here. I assume you're a subscriber to me. I have done most of my content about trains. And you're surprised that I hang out with nothing but nerds.
You may be in the wrong neighborhood. Are you lost, sir?
And on that note, I should get going.
Later, stream.
Yeah, I gotta
Later,
go